Why not, bitch?
Right.
I have so many pre-order bonuses I just took. Like the fucking Wolfenstein. I have a Wolfenstein themed fucking playing cards.
No, I've never played that game.
Wolfenstein?
No.
Dude, it's so fucking good.
Never played it.
Oh, you're fucking missing out, bro. You're missing out.
The only game I've played...
It's like alternate history, like if the Nazis won World War II.
I know what it's about.
Yeah, it's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
It's the predecessor to Doom. Like, Wolfenstein 3D is what was before Doom, but Doom is what everyone was like, holy fucking first-person shooter, but Wolfenstein's granddad.
Mm-hmm.
If you will, if Doom is the father.
Yeah. No, like I said, I haven't played any other game other than, like, Call of Duty for, like, years. I just started playing that Starfield game.
Starfield's good.
Starfield's good. But then I got, like, New Game plus 8, and I got bored.
See?
So-
Yeah, see?
so-
Who the fuck are you calling nerd, bitch? Those games are long.
They
With
are.
my New Game
They
plus
are.
7, I can literally just skip optional bosses and just go for main bosses if I want to. Do I normally do that? No, because I'm a psychopath and I like the pain. But, whatever. And a lot of my
The
fucking New Game...
grind. I like the grind. That's what it is.
Well,
Long-ass game.
Here's the thing. With Elden Ring, you can get every single thing in the game in one single run. You can't. You just gotta know how to do the quest lines. Whereas with Dark Souls, there are certain talismans or certain rings, things like that you can only get. It's like, oh, if you want to get this ring, you have to go to New Game plus 1, and it's in this particular section. Then you have to go get in this.
I think
New
that's
Game
what
plus-
helped.
shit.
I think that's what
Yeah.
helped me though with Starfield because like every new game was a different main story.
Yeah.
Like there's different details and shit. I'm like, this was fun. But then like a lot of the legendary shit that was like hard to find, after like New Game 3, I was fucking finding it like instantly. I knew where it was. And I knew how to like, get my shit maxed out really fast. And I was like, all right.
And I think
Yeah.
the big
I was
thing-
trying to get to 10. I was trying to get the New Game 10 so I can max out all my powers and shit. And I was like,
The suit.
Yeah.
I always end
And
up
the
going
suit.
and getting the suit
No,
right
no.
after I get my, like, is up at level, like, 10 or whatever.
yeah. So I was like, I'm done.
See, here's the thing with Dark Souls. With Dark Souls, the reason I play it so much, why it has so much replayability, is because it's not like a Skyrim or something, right? You're just like, oh, just magic or just swords, whatever. There's so many different playstyles, especially with Elden Ring.
Same thing with Starfield.
No, like, you don't understand. With Elden Ring, bro, you could use a greatsword. You could beat someone to death with a fucking torch. You can beat someone down with some fucking spiked fists or some kung fu, giant great katanas, regular katanas,
Starfield, too.
fucking daggers. There's literally so many different playstyles. You can go fucking faith build, dex build, fucking strength build. I normally
That's
just straight
true.
Same thing with Starfield.
Yeah, all that.
I did one playthrough where I avoided combat completely, and I used nothing but like manipulation, mind games on everybody.
See, yeah.
Even like combatives that were trying
Yeah.
to like kill me, I got the power so I can like, hey, chill the fuck out, give me your guns, go away.
Yeah.
And like I did not fight nobody that was hard. I died a lot. I got mad. I almost broke the goddamn TV.
Right?
Yeah, no.
But I think that was like my New Game 6, and then after that I was like, man, fuck this shit. Give me my goddamn guns back. I'm gonna fucking kill somebody. I'm tired of this pacifist shit.
Now, see, one of the things I like to do is I like to fucking drink, and I like to play the racing games, or like the open world racing games. I'm just like, yeah, I'm drinking and driving, bitch, what's up?
There you
We
go.
started that Forza game. I forgot about that. That was the first time I ever played
That
Forza.
is
Which one?
every now and then you
Is it
just like to drive. and then-
Motorsport, or did you...
Motorsport.
Motorsport, okay, yeah, Motorsport's the track one.
Yeah.
Horizon is the one that's the open world one.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Well, it was free on Game Pass, and it was on my TV, so.
You might have played Forza... Well, no, I think they had...
It was Motorsport.
Forza, yeah, but they also had Horizon on there also.
Yeah, I saw it, but I was like,
Oh, Horizon. Dude, I'm telling you right now, once you play a Horizon, you'll be like, fuck Motorsports. But I like the Motorsports game because I like that kind of racing.
what I did try, like maybe like a week or two, like 2 weeks ago, what I did try was fucking Power World.
Oh, dude, it's so
I
fun.
tried
It's
that.
stupid.
I tried that.
barely
It
got
was too cartoony for me. I couldn't play
I
it.
barely got past the tutorial, mainly because I made my character look completely retarded.
Yes, that's what you're supposed to do.
And no, I based mine off of like, have you ever seen that meme of like it's like a marble statue, but like the top part he's like in great shape and the bottom part is real fat,
yeah.
and he's like carving himself. Yeah, I made my character look like that,
There you go.
but like the arms jacked like Broly, but super skinny body.
Me and Bree started playing it together, and we just hit.
I couldn't really get into it. I fucked around, like I said, I got past the tutorial, then I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, we got to the
Yeah.
first boss and got wrecked. We were like, yeah.
I couldn't get into it.
Fuck.
I'll tell y'all a game that I lost a lot of time to. Ark.
Ark's, oh, dude, Ark is so fucking hard though.
It is.
It's like if you're not,
I love it.
If
The
you're not in the
grind,
genre of like survival games, it is fucking tough.
Yeah, you gotta.
I play, you know, honestly,
You gotta really survive.
to be completely honest, I just play those types of survival games because it just lets me build shit.
That's what I do.
My
That
inner
shit too.
Mexican's like, I want to build
I love
shit.
that shit. I
Isn't it badass?
build
That
the
was my
biggest,
favorite part about
beautiful.
Starfield.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part about Starfield was like making my own like fucking outpost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's,
that's why I got mad every time I started a new game because I lost it all.
Because-
That
pissed me off.
sucks. That sucks. But you get to rebuild it again.
Yeah.
but see, the thing is with Ark, it's like I'll build like a shack, and it's like, oh, you can get better material. I'm like, fuck this shack, it's coming down. I'm putting up a new one.
Right.
I find, and in doing so, I want to fucking myself. I literally spent all my time just getting building materials, and then it's like fucking dinosaur pulls up. I'm like, oh shit, oh my god, it's fucking stone axe. Oh, this is not good.
No, the very, very first thing I do in that. Well, no, the very first thing is just fucking survive. But once you get past the just surviving and you actually can do something, I like to go fishing. And I will get no matter what it takes, I will sit there and get a long rifle blueprint. That way I can craft me a really good long rifle.
Goodness, dude.
I don't know. I started thinking about like old games and stuff because I know they're making a new Fable.
And supposedly, I don't know.
That would be awesome. A new age
There's
Fable.
a trailer for
No,
it.
there was.
You know, I never played. Well, I say I never played. I put like 4 or 5 hours in on my brother's account one time, but it was awesome. It was great.
Oh, dude, I grew up on Fable, dude. I
never played them all the way through.
No, I loved Fable so much when I found out they were on Game Pass.
What'd you do? How'd your
I
character
fucking did it every way.
look at
every
the
way.
end?
I did it every way.
You did it to where he went completely good and then completely evil.
And I did it. No, when I found it on Game Pass before I started playing like Forza and all that stuff here recently, this was in the last couple months, I saw fucking Fable and I was like, no way, I can play Fable on my TV? Dude, I remember this shit was like such a nostalgia run in my mind for 24 hours. I completed the whole game 100% in 24 hours, but that's all I did for the whole weekend.
Ah, dude.
I didn't do shit, bro. I woke up and I was
fucking weekend.
I just stood there and I was on that fucking game the whole weekend, just playing that bitch. And the wife was like, "Babe, food's ready." I'm like, "Okay, pause." What's for dinner? Okay, you can just bring it to me if you want.
Right?
Yeah, dude, that's all.
Bring me some, or I'm good. I'll wait. I'll get it here in a little bit,
dude. And I maxed that shit out in a weekend.
Well, see, like a game that I really lost a lot of fucking time to was, do you remember Devil May Cry?
Oh
man,
yes,
yeah. So my favorite one was Devil, because I played
the first three are amazing.
Yes, so that fourth one.
You know what? I've never even played those. I only played the Devil May Cry 5.
Oh, yeah. Gotta play like
no, Devil May Cry was really good. It's a fun.
Okay, that's the only one that I ever played.
So in the line of Devil May Cry, the first one was good. The second one was kind of weird.
But the
third one, dude,
third one was
fucking for me. That's my favorite one. That one was peak, dude. But the fourth one I really like because the main character, dude, he's the guy who fucking voices Ichigo in Bleach. I'm like,
true.
Yeah, okay, you got me.
You do have a G spot for Bleach.
I do, very much so. And then the fifth one, which is it was DMC. That one was weird. That one.
See, I only played a little bit of that one.
Stylistically, it was interesting. It was a very interesting direction, but overall, I think it still contributed to what Devil May Cry 5 wanted to be.
Okay, so maybe we will probably get the timing on this wrong. But a game that has to be at least 10 or 15 years older. One game you can bring back with modern graphics, modern everything.
Ooh.
One game, and then the only game you'll be able to play for the rest of your life, though.
Ooh. Oh, man. God.
I already know mine.
I was
asking this one because I already knew mine.
It's not going to be... I've already named it in this deal, but it would be new. New.
Yeah, like new everything.
Yes.
Like as if it was made
top of the line,
the same,
top of the line
like
games that come out right now. Yeah.
Like
I know.
Like for me, I'll go first. For me, it was the first Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic.
That's a really good fucking choice.
I love that fucking game.
That's a really good fucking choice. Oof. dude, fuck.
All right, since you're still looking, you're still thinking.
Mine, it would be Ark.
Really?
I want a more extensive, better graphics Ark. You've played Ark. It is the only true sandbox game in the world. There are literally no rules in that game. You go in, they don't give you any like points to go for. There's nothing. You wake up,
do whatever.
Yeah, and
Rust,
you do whatever you want.
Rust is the same way though.
Rust is? I've never played Rust.
Rust is really good. I feel like
it is.
Yeah, Rust is pretty good. I've never played it, but I've watched some streamers play it.
Okay, well, something like that.
Yeah.
Something to come out in that genre of full-on what is it?
$10.
Sandbox game. That's it. A full open sandbox. That's my shit right there.
Okay, what do you got?
Neither one of you are going to know what this game is because it's fucking old as fuck. So it was from Summer Carnival, I think it was Summer Carnival 98. I think it was what it was. Fucking Rekka. It's an old NES game. It only came out in Japan, and there was only so many carts of it because it was strictly for competition. Mm-hmm. But it's a shmup. And so, like, first time I ever played Rekka was at my friend's house. He got like a ripped ROM of it. So, like, he thought I was gonna fucking bomb. He didn't know I played shmups growing up. Like, that's what I get down on some shmups. So, we fucking chill out. He's like, here, smoke this bowl. So we smoke a bowl. He's like, dude, you want to fucking play this game? I was like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. What's it called? He's like, oh, it's called Rekka. It's a shmup. I'm like, oh, okay. Fucking went through it, cleared the boss, the very first boss, and he was like, what the fuck? He's like, dude, you shmup? I'm like, bitch, you think I don't? Oh, fuck? So, yeah, no, if I could have Rekka in, like, a modern, like, brand new remade, like, how it was back in the day. Same speed, same everything. I want everything to be the same, but just updated graphics, like everything be what it is. It'd be Rekka. Okay. Rekka is fucking awesome. It's tough. If you're not into shmups and you don't play shmups, it's one of the most fast-paced games I've ever fucking played. Like your mind is just you know what I'm saying. But the thing is with shmups, I feel like you got to be really good at like pattern recognition, kind of knowing what the enemy is going.
That's
to
what
do.
a lot of old games were. They were pattern.
Yeah. I mean, it was 8-bit. You know what I'm saying? It was 8-bit on the Nintendo. Yeah. And of course, you know, I have a Nintendo, so. But that's one of the ROMs I don't have. And like the actual physical cart, like the original one from Japan, that's like a $10,000 cart.
Jesus.
Yeah. So I would rather just buy a ripped ROM for like $50. You know what I'm saying? But because the thing is, I would have to buy the original cart and then I'd have to buy like a Honeybee to play it. It's like it's almost like an attachment where it'll play Japanese carts. So you pop it in and it'll play the Japanese cart. Because obviously the carts were made different in Japan, whereas, you know, here in the United States were made differently. Okay. So yeah, no, Rekka all the way, dude. I wish I had it so we could play some after this, dude. Because Rekka's so fucking good, dude.
Yeah, you and your games. Anyway, that was a good 15 minutes of us already recording.
All right.
I figured.
So, yeah, but that's fine. I'm probably going to cut this and have this own little, like,
yeah,
small episode.
Gaming tangents.
Yeah, gaming tangent, yeah. The actual part of it now. Alright, let's start talking about what we kind of want to talk about is Miles, your very first time. Your new venture into a new community for you.
Right.
My venture into the firearms world.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, so because me and you went, I took you, and we had the missus.
Indeed, that was my first time ever to a range. I had shot a gun. I had shot several guns before in my life, but I had never actually been to a range and never shot that amount of. You know, it was like 1 or 2 shots, and then move on to a different day. I would shoot a different gun, maybe one time, or I had never really shot a whole lot before that day.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And then I went out there and I was hooked. It is a great feeling. I don't know what to say. It's like it's just super fun point at it, and plink, 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 plink.
So for people who don't know, like people who have never been shooting, you know, because like I know your wife was super nervous about it. Right?
She was very
super nervous about it. You were more excited.
I was.
You were more excited.
I was excited.
But like, how was it like? Because I had y'all come to the house first, and then we went over all the gun safety.
Do you think that
went?
Oh yeah, 100%. I could have went with y'all up there, and I wouldn't have freaked out. Just going up there immediately and telling me, learning on the fly.
Yeah.
But with my wife, it truly, I think that helped a lot.
Yeah.
Like it changed.
Like as far as like
super.
her perception on like
because she was super nervous around them. Never really been around them or done anything.
Okay.
And just going through it and giving all the this is how you unload it. This is how you check when it's loaded. This is all that. Just running through all that stuff.
Right.
And just the repeated running through of it until she had it well embedded. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That made a huge difference. It made a huge difference.
Yeah, I say, for me, rating, y'all are not the first people I've taken to the range for the first time. I've taken plenty of people before, and out of all y'all's, for me, from my experience, y'all's were like at a 90% perfect for what I wanted for a first time range people goer.
Yeah.
The only thing that ruined it for me, and it kind of really didn't ruin it for me, but it still ruined it for me because it pissed me off, was the fucking assholes next to us on the rifle line shooting a fucking Draco.
That is true.
That shit pissed me off.
That also, that informed me that Dracos are not worth a shit, or that person was not very good with a gun, because I saw what he was shooting at and I saw where he was hitting and I didn't like the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not not even why even shoot the gun if you're going to be that far off. You're not even going to hit.
The object is to hit
the whole thing is with the Draco movement, I guess, is it's more of a fucking stylistic thing, because I'm really big into
I don't know. I've never shot one. I've never shot a Draco.
No, they're absolutely pieces of shit. And the thing is, period, point blank, they don't buy them because they're accurate. They buy them because it's a style thing. They see their favorite rappers and music videos holding a Draco, they rap about them and stuff like that. So I'm super. So it's because I'm super huge in the fucking into the rap community and stuff like that. That I can say fucking flat out. There's a certain group of people who will buy them because of certain.
Because they're loud. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly
what
it
pissed
is.
me off about
I can shoot this gun here, and everybody in a mile can hear me.
Yeah. And that's what I hated about it, though, because like. Okay, so I've been the guy, and I hate to have done it, is at an indoor range with my, 10-inch AR-15 that's loud as fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And an indoor range, I noticed a bay over, clearly they're on a date. This chick looks like she is as nervous as your wife was, so I was like, alright, I'm going to put this fucker down. I want to shoot it, but I'm going to put it down, I'm going to grab the pistol.
Right.
I'm going to wait until she gets a couple rounds, then maybe she'll kind of get accustomed to the fucking concussion sound.
Well,
that is very considerate.
Well, that's what I'm like, that's just common courtesy.
Well, I can say, like, when I took my grandmother shooting, right? Shortly after my grandfather died, I was like, he's not going to be there to shoot the gun anymore. So you have to learn how to operate your firearm. So when we went to Lone Star, there were some kids in there shooting fucking AR pistols. No fucking buffer. No, there was nothing on the buffer tube. No fucking sights. They were just it was just clean railing. No fucking sights on it. Just shooting, right? And I was like, fuck. And then like, of course, it's a fucking little 10.5-inch AR. It's loud as a motherfucker. You know, every time the concussion would go off, my grandma like grabbed my arm. And she like every time it went off, she like fucking had this jerking reaction. I'm like, grandma, it's okay. It's a loud gun. Unfortunately, those guys are fucking assholes because of what they're shooting. You know what I'm saying? Not consider. Because the thing is, like, it's that whole concept. Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, you can shoot an AR pistol indoors. It's gonna be fucking loud, and so you know what I'm saying. Like that's one of those things. Like okay, so for my AR pistol, you know what I'm saying. That's my bedside gun. Obviously, I'm going to clear the fucking bedroom before I start shooting. I'm not going to fucking just grab it while I'm in bed. Okay. Good night, baby.
And then you accidentally shoot your cat.
No, hell no, dude. You fucking be underneath the bed like, what the fuck?
Anyway, I think we're getting kind of on a tangent already about fucking people with short guns. We'll go back to your experience. Okay, so like I said, y'all came by the house. We went over all the safety rules and all that kind of stuff. So I already know the answer. I'm sure you already know the answer. But out of all the guns I took out there, because we went out with mostly Smith and Wessons. I had some Canic pistols, with some 22s, mostly all 9. I think I brought out the 10 mil too for you to shoot. I think.
Yes, I did shoot the 10 mil.
I think it's great.
So
out of all of them, I preferred the Canic, and I ended up buying a Canic. I went and got that exact one, or close to it as I could. At that moment. And I absolutely love it. And since I got it now, I truly am. I heard somebody say that I was going to be spoiled off of it. Was that you?
Yeah.
Saying that, yeah. I was that I was spoiled off of it is absolutely true.
Yeah. I can admit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I own Glocks, I own.
I went out and shot a Glock 17, and I was like,
Yeah, so and see,
I hit most of them, you know,
right.
But I missed a couple of times with that Canic. I don't miss, and that's got to be the gun, right? I'm putting
it's the accuracy of the firearm itself. The trigger is fucking phenomenal for the price point. It's fantastic. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everyone has their lane. You know, like me, I prefer Glock. That's just because that's what I've always shot. Glock and fucking Sig.
Wait. Which one? I think I shot the Glock 43, not the Glock 17.
Yeah, the 43. It's like a subcompact.
It was skinny. It was skinny. It had a single. It only had I don't know. I think it was the 43 though. Mm-hmm. It was my brother-in-law's. I mean, it's a good gun. Don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't. I don't know. I need one. That's what I'm looking for. Is I want one that's small like that, but that shoots like that
the
TP9 SFX, the Canic one.
Right. And again, like I said, you were going to be spoiled off of it 100% because, you know what I'm saying? If you start off with that, you're like, oh, dude, this is great. And
where do I go from there?
It's like the same, I had all my guns, and then he was like, hey, you want to shoot my Canic? Because I've never shot a Canic before. Well, the first time he took me to shoot, I fucking, double tapped the fucking, because I did not expect the trigger to be that loud. I was used to my Glock trigger. I know where the break is in my Glock. Same thing with my Sig. I'm slowly learning that on my Echelon. But with his Canic, he didn't tell me shit like a fucking asshole. So he's like, here. Yeah, I was like, dude. I was like, oh, what the fuck? And so for me, after that, I was like, oh my god, I fucking love shooting this thing. And then he got the black one that he has now, and I'm like, fuck, I love this one too. And then they have now just more recently come out with that fucking Terran Tactical, the TTI fucking Canic, and I fucking want it. I want it so bad. I don't have $1,200 to spend on it, but if I did, I would probably buy that.
What about the Canic compacts?
Oh, the compact ones? They have one.
Michelle has one.
Michelle has one. I think you might have shot it.
I've shot it. I know for sure I've shot it.
This one's it's a little thicker.
Yeah, it's a little bit thicker. Yeah,
it's a little thick,
bit
girthy
on the
one.
thicker side.
There's that one.
I'm sorry, girthy.
Yeah, it's girthy.
Insensitive. It has a little bit of girth.
It's got a little bit of girth to it. There's that one, and then there was a newer one that they came out with, I think, last year. The MC9, I think, and it's basically the same gun. It's just a little bit thinner, but it's a good bit thinner and it's lighter. But it's the same amount of rounds and it's the same caliber.
Fair enough.
And my boss's wife, I got them into the Canics, and they bought one of those that I was just talking about. And I shot it, and it is, for it being lighter than my wife's gun and smaller, it recoils less.
Yeah.
Weirdly, but technology advancing, so.
And when you because that Canic, when you just pull it up and just pull, it's there.
I think a lot of it has to do with the trigger, because
all of them are going to pretty much be the same on Canics as far as that goes.
Well, the big thing is, because I get what he's saying, because depending on your hand, certain guns are going to feel certain ways. Like, I'm not going to lie, holding a Glock is not the most comfortable thing. It's kind of awkward. Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? I got used to it. Whereas, my very first firearm was a fucking Smith & Wesson SD EV9 or some bullshit like that. Yeah. Fucking, their very budget, low-end gun. It was horrible.
The MMP.
No, so here's the thing. he took me. He's like, "Hey, you want to shoot my M&P?" I was like, I'm not very big fan of Smith and Wesson. He's like, "No, just trust me." So I got a hold of his fucking Smith and Wesson. I was just like, in my hand, it felt good. You know what I'm saying? So there are certain firearms that feel really fucking good in the hand. That's going to be the first thing because you can get a really good grip.
And then that's for every company, because one company can make 1,000,000 guns that they all feel great in hand, but they'll have that one off that's they have their lane that they normally stick in, but they're like, hey, let's try something new, get a different market, different demographic of people enjoy our guns, but we have to veer off a little bit from what they normally do. So they veer off a little bit,
and that's how you get the TTI Canic.
That's how you get the TTI Canic, or like the Smith & Wesson SD9. Their budget, they're low end. This is like a single mom struggling to pay bills, but she needs a gun. All right, here's like $300.
Fair enough.
$250, $300.
Yeah, super cheap.
So you can get a gun.
That's not a high point.
Yeah, it's not a high point. Yeah, fuck high points. Yeah. Oh, we need to get you to shoot a high point.
Ooh.
Bitch, how are we gonna do that? We don't know anybody who has a high point.
I do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who has a high point?
You
gonna call him out on
Oh, he's been on the podcast before. A while back when we had him. Andrew? He has a high point. He has 2.
Oh, so he got one and he liked it.
Yeah, he said it's super reliable. I was like, oh, how many rounds have you sent through it? Oh, like 4.
I don't know.
Page 4.
And try it.
Shot 4 times 3 and says it's super reliable. But anyway, so I'll probably snag that from him and borrow it or bring him out to the range, because he has one in, I think, 9mm and 40.
They make it in another fucking caliber? I thought it was only a 9.
9, 40, and 10.
Who the fuck is buying a 10mm fucking high point? Goodness. My problem with high points, they look like guns from like Fallout, or like you just kind of put some shit together and it's just like, this is the end result.
Yeah, they look like they don't match.
Yeah,
like the top part doesn't match the grip, like the slide doesn't match the grip at all. It's weird, but we do need to do that sometime.
I want to get that new high point though. Was it the fucking the new high point? The fucking the 2.0 one?
Oh, the new yeet cannon.
Yeah, yeet cannon. Yeah. That one is called the yeet cannon. It comes in black, or you can get it where it's like covered in like $100 bills. I kind of want the $100 bill one. It's so ignorant, bro. It's so stupid. I'm like, will I ever fucking shoot this? Probably not. But I have a fucking yeet cannon that says yeet cannon with $100 bills covered all over the fucking gun.
If I could trust it to be reliable when I need it, I would purposely get a high point just for a bedside gun.
Listen, no
reason why, because my shit gonna get taken away when the cops come.
Yeah, listen. So even if let's say that's not the case, right? Say you can't shoot it, right? One thing I will say about the fucking the high points in particular is that they are very fucking heavy. So if it doesn't shoot, you can still beat someone to death with it. I will say that.
Hey, that's a selling point for me. I like heavy guns. I don't like light guns.
You know that shit.
Oh, it's heavy. It's a heavy gun.
Whenever I'm holding a gun, I want it to feel heavy, like the decision I'm making to pull the trigger.
It's not heavy like an all metal gun. It's like top heavy. It's awkwardly heavy on the top.
Oh.
Yeah, because the like it's a fucking like I don't want to say it's polymer, but it's like cheap polymer on the bottom, and the top is just like a giant mass of fucking steel. So you're like, Jesus, this thing's heavy.
Mm-hmm. So supposedly the high points have been getting better lately, supposedly, from what I've seen online, but neither here nor there.
I don't know until you shoot it.
Yeah, I don't know until I try them out. I personally have only ever shot a high point once, and that was like 2 rounds, and then it jammed, and then I was like, yeah, no, I'm not about to get frustrated shooting. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna put the
mechanic. I've had bullets. I've tried several different types, 6, 7 different types of bullets now. And
like, you're talking about different brands or like different grainage?
Different brands. They're all pretty much, I think they're all pretty much.
Because you've been going through a bunch of different self-defense rounds too, huh? Forgot which ones are like.
I try to shoot one clip of self-defense every time I go to the range, so.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's good to get practice on
They
get practice
that.
on,
yeah.
So you know what to
because most self-defense 9mm rounds are, what, 124, 147?
120, I don't know, 147. 140.
I've seen a couple 147s.
Your majority of
124.
defensive are going to be 124.
Yeah. But most
140
practice rounds are 115.
Yeah, your target, all your target rounds are going to be 115.
I've seen a
147. I almost want to say this like fucking like subsonic. Like a lot of people should use those for subsonics.
Yeah,
like
they're
shoot
subs.
suppressed. Yeah.
Yeah, they're subs.
So.
No, we're just waiting on you, buddy.
Sorry, man. Well, we're trying to get everything in order for the wedding because we still got to pay. We still got to pay for like the extra time for the venue, like the night before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because our pastor's going to be there to kind of go over everything with us. Yeah. But his is going to be like a 30-minute rehearsal.
Oh God! Now you're gonna
All right, shit. It's all fucking like live recorded and shit.
I was married in 2016. That's what I'll tell you. What year is it?
You've almost been married 10 years. You've been married for 8.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 years. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
How long have I been married? Fuck. I should have asked. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
It was 2 years in April.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years in April.
Right.
The only way I know that is because of the fucking knife you got me. The best of men knife has the fucking wedding date, and it's also the same date that Adam got fucking married. So the same day this fucker got married, another one of my friends got married, and they both asked me to be groomsmen in the wedding. So I had to like fucking go to his first, and then I went to my other friends. I was like, fuck.
But luckily, it wasn't the same time.
No, his was earlier, and then his was later in the day.
working.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck.
You just had a busy day.
You didn't even have to change.
Dude,
Just change your
I
color
had to change. His was purple and jeans, and the other one was like a fucking blue suit. So like, I had to fucking go to my car, get changed. Dude, it was a hectic fucking day. And my girl was like, "Why'd you say yes to both?" I was like, "What can I say? I'm in high demand. What do you want from me? I'm not spoiled rich anymore."
I can kind of relate to that now because in 2 weeks I have a friend of mine's wedding that I'm in, and then a month from now, basically, I got not even a little over a month from now. I got your wedding too. So I'm just like, fuck. And I'm already stressing out about both.
Yeah.
And they're like a good amount apart. So anyway, back to the guns. Okay, so before we went out to a shoot, you had 0, right? 0 guns.
0 guns. Yeah, I had.
How many you got now?
Now we've got 4 that we own and 5 that are in the house.
You mean like 4 that you own and like an extra one to make 5, or 5 that like people lent to you?
5 that are in the house. One of them belongs to my mother-in-law.
There you go.
So,
there you go.
But yeah, now we have 5 actually out and ready to go in the house. The one was there. My mother-in-law's gun. It was there. It was a 22, right? It was
22.
But it had and there was a big bucket of ammo. Guess what the fuck we found out?
What?
That ammo won't shoot in that gun. She had this gun, right, and she had this big ass bucket of ammo, and we went out there and shot the gun just fine with that CCI and the other ammos, right? It shoots just fine. It shoots fucking great. It's a great little gun, but the bucket that we had, it was that bucket of ammo, right? And it shoots fine in the Victory, but it won't shoot in that gun. So the gun and ammo that she actually had wouldn't have shot together anyways.
I can kind of see that with bulk 22 ammo, because bulk 22 ammo is picky.
It was like a little bit longer or something. I don't know.
It's just picky. Bulk 22 in general are, one, they're very dirty. No matter, even if you buy high dollar, they're just dirty. And rim fire, so that's what 22 is. The firing pin hits the rim, not the center. Hence center fire, the difference between the two. Rim fire though is less reliable. Yeah. In general.
Well, because you don't have that center primer.
Yeah.
On the primers within the rim itself, so depending on how the metal's pressed and it's crimped, sometimes.
Sometimes a lot of times what I found too with 22s. With bulk 22 ammo and the gun, it just depends on how hard the firing pin hits it. Yeah. Because if it can still hit it and dent it, but if it doesn't hit it hard enough to ignite it, it won't fire.
Yeah. Sometimes you might just have to put it back in, shoot again, and it'll go off.
No, this one it was a problem with in the magazine. Like they wouldn't. Yeah, they wouldn't.
They're too
fit
long.
In there.
Too
like,
long.
They were hard to load. I mean, you could load them in there, but you felt like you were jamming stuff in there, and you were.
Was she like 22 short?
No,
I shot it because he brought it up the first time we went.
Just regular.
Yeah, I'll have to show y'all at some point. But yeah, I've got those. I've still got those that ammo and that gun. I'll show you. It won't fit in there for some reason. It shoots just fine in the other ones.
One more ammo for your other 22, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it shoots fine in the Victory.
So then I have to ask. And I'm just curious. So prior to the experience you had with Nathan, you had 0 firearms, and after that, you now at this point have 5. What was it specifically about the experience, like that you had with him and going out to the range and shooting? What was it specifically that clicked in your head and said, "Fuck, I want to buy all the guns"?
Well, here's the thing. Beforehand, we had wanted. Me and my wife had already planned that in 2025 we were going to get a handgun for self-defense at the house. We had already decided that. We just weren't very comfortable with it. So that's why whenever he offered, we took him up on it. I did not expect that we would have so many so fast.
I didn't expect you to have so many so fast.
It surprised me as well when you told me. I was like, holy fuck, dude.
Damn. It blew up quick.
So then...
And I'm hoping for another one on my birthday.
So then it's safe to say prior to this, prior to the guns and all that, you weren't like anti-Second Amendment, you weren't anti-gun.
Oh, no. I'm full on Second Amendment. Yeah, and not for hunting. That's not what the Second Amendment was for. Thank you, sir. The Second Amendment was so that we could protect ourselves against the government. Not only should we not, we should have everything that they have.
Thank you. I should have a fucking saw in my house.
Yeah.
So, now you agree with me being a Second Amendment absolutist.
Yes.
Because we did disagree on that once.
Look,
but I agree. If you have the means, the money, and the training,
yes.
to fucking buy a F-22 Raptor,
yeah, sure, get licensed for it.
Right,
right. You should have a route to be able to own.
I'm saying overall, when it comes to small arms, I should be able to own anything they own. I should have like a fucking mounted minigun in the fucking living room bike and fucking go side to side on a fucking.
You should be able to.
I want a Modus.
You should be able to, and sure, they'll say, "Oh, well, the police need to have more now." Well, fine, give the police more, but
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let them have more. They need
SWAT
more.
rolls up with a tank. Listen, we have a tank outside your house. We know what you have set up. Everybody, stay away from the gnomes.
If you give the police more, maybe I won't need the one that's set up in my living room.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I mean, I think people should be able to own everything short of, like, obviously, like nuclear weapons
or tank. Maybe a tank.
I would say tanks. Tanks are a bit excessive. I think if it's a tank. I think if it's a tank type of deal.
Tanks are excessive until the government sends tanks into your town to take your shit away.
It's not hard. It's not. But the thing is, it's not hard to take out a tank. Really, a lot of it is taking out the tracks. Because you have on tanks. I was a common engineer in the Marine Corps, right? And they taught us a lot about explosives, especially with like landmines and all that other shit, right? So you have 2 types of kills on the tank. You got a mobility kill, and then you have like fucking total destruction type of deal, right? So depending on where the landmine hits, if the fucking landmine that you set down, which is anti-tank mine, if it fucking shoots through the side, the fucking track runs over it, it's gonna blow the fucking track up, it's gonna fuck up a lot of the internal gears and stuff like that. That's a mobility kill. So the tank fucking turret can still operate, they can still operate the fucking 50, but it is fucking absolutely stuck where it is. That's it. And then, if you can get something strong enough to shoot through the rear of the tank, you're, okay. Then you also have...
Shit, what is this?
Fucking aliens, man! But, and then you have, so with the anti-tank mines...
That's going to go off again in 10 minutes because I didn't end it. Sorry.
No, you're good. So when the anti-tank mine goes off and it hits the compartment, it's not the explosion that kills somebody. So essentially the way a tank mine works, almost look at it like like this, right? So when you have the mass of the explosion, or the fucking explosive right here, when it goes off, it will fucking shoot up almost like a fucking bullet. And it's the fucking pressure of it hitting the inside of the tank and exiting, which fucking kills everybody. That's what kills everybody inside of a tank. So I think, again, because I've worked with explosives, do I think I should own explosives? Yes and no.
So
I should not be left with my own license.
See, that's what I was about to ask you. Okay, so we talked about firearms, but what about the explosives parts of it too? Like, what about RPGs and like stingers and
when it comes
javelin
to
missiles?
when it comes to shit like that, I'd probably have to say for the general populace, no, unless you've been extensively trained on it. Think about the certain individual that we knew who had an ND. True. And he was drunk, and that was just with an AR-10. Can you imagine someone having a fucking ND?
That's why the government is fighting the smaller guns, so that they're not having to fight over that. Because if we had all that stuff and they weren't even arguing about it, then we would be trying to. Well, why can't I own a drone? Why can't I own missiles and stuff like that?
Right. So there has to be a reasonable.
That's why they're fighting the battles that they are right now.
There's a reasonable aspect.
Or
to
just
it.
To be
Again,
assholes.
you know what I'm saying. I think a lot of people, most people, I would say, are responsible. But you know what I'm saying. When you have the influence of things like drugs or alcohol, it elevates that dangerous aspect of owning something like that. Because every time we work, because the thing is, even something as small as a blasting cap. That's enough to fucking blow off your fucking hand.
Yeah.
And blasting caps are only maybe about this big. They're not that. It's not that much explosive, but it's enough to fuck you up. And the thing is, unless they used to always tell us, when you crimp, be very careful where you're crimping because if you fucking crimp the wrong spot, it's gonna fucking blow your fucking hand off.
So for even a personal safety type deal, you're saying not without. Well, but what if they are fully well trained?
If they're fully well trained,
what if you had to be well trained or you had to be licensed?
I think that's one of those things. If the government, I'm willing to meet in the middle. If you're cool with me owning it, I'm cool with you saying, hey, it's almost like a fucking tax stamp on like a fucking suppressor. They can drop by, hey, we need to make sure you didn't use any explosives in this in this local fucking robbery that happened.
Yeah. Okay. So here's kind of what I'm thinking too. So I'm trying to play both sides because I think we should make a middle ground to it. But how many videos are there on the internet about people being fucking done with tannerite?
Right, then that's another point.
True. Tannerite's low explosive, right? Yeah,
it's so on an REF factor, it's very low. It's very low compared to something like dynamite, TNT. Yeah. It's an explosive that it's not for cutting. It's for push. So you have two types of explosives. You have pushing and you have cutting. C4 is what you would consider like a cutting fucking explosive because when it fucking explodes, it fucking almost shoots down like a fucking blade, depending on how you have it set. You know what I'm saying? Whereas something like dynamite, TNT, it's meant to make a big fucking hole. It's supposed to push.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with something like that, I mean, it's like that fucking cop who found that fucking pipe bomb and that fucking crackhead's fucking shit. It was a chemical pipe bomb, but even still, it probably fucked him up pretty good.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know?
So we'll get back to your journey at the firearms tournament because we another tangent as we always do. What if so this is like trying to find a middle ground, right? Okay, so say you have military experience with C4 and all this other shit, right?
Right.
So a licensing exam, like a process for you to get a license to handle explosives versus me would be different.
Right.
Because you have the experience I don't. I would have to go through more extensive training and shit.
Yeah.
And learn more stuff.
Right.
But at the same time, once you get your license, all right, cool. I now say, all right, I'm Fabian. I now have my license to own explosives and all this extra bullshit, all this extra fun stuff. But now I have my license. Okay, two options. You can have it with you in your residence, but you have to give permission to the government to be audited.
Okay.
For them to be able to come by, hey, Mr. Sanchez, we want to check, we want to weigh your C4, see how much you still have. You said you have 20 pounds of it. All right, cool. All right, you're at 15. Where's the other 5?
Right.
You know what I mean? They should be able to audit your shit because they're like, hey, what are you doing with it?
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you should have to have a mandatory, mental fitness, to make sure that you're have a psychiatrist or something look at you.
Yeah, and then
get the license initially, at least.
And then to be able to use it is like certain gun ranges. You can only use shotguns at certain gun ranges. You can't use shotguns at certain gun ranges. Have certain gun ranges that are able to set up, hey, all right, cool. This is our bomb area. You can set up bombs and shit to a limit. Okay, you can't bring out 50 pounds of C4 and set it all off at once.
Yeah.
Okay, you can bring out 50 pounds, but they need to be cut up into...
Yeah, right. Because, and you bring up another point, so you have, there's a certain formula that you have to do, and it involves, like, the amount of explosive that you have versus what your stand-up distance and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, if you were...
But shockwaves can kill you.
Right, yeah. If not kill you, it'll definitely fuck you up. Especially, like if you're going to be doing breaching and shit, you have what's called a breacher's blanket. The person in front will hold it over them, and it's supposed to send that shockwave over you. But eventually, it'll come back down.
Yeah.
And if you're at the end of the fucking, stack, you got to make sure that you're fucking breathing in, breathing out. Because if you hold your breath, that shockwave can collapse your lungs.
Yeah.
But you have to be able to calculate for that stand-up distance.
Because but I think that'd be a good kind of middle ground. Now, when it comes to heavy equipment in the sense of like tanks and jets and shit like that, a lot more regulation needs to go into that for that to be allowed.
Killdozers.
That's homegrown. That's homegrown. And see, but I think that like fucking drive tanks, that place here in Texas, they have I think like two or three tanks there that you can drive around and shoot whatever. Places like that would be great to set up, Now, they would be far and few in between because you'd have to develop a whole bunch of property and a massive berm to be able to fire a tank at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that... Yeah.
Because the range of a tank.
And then the ammo in and of itself, it'd only be the super rich that could afford it.
Yeah, well, that's
true. So then it goes back to being disproportionate.
That's true of all that stuff. It comes back
to drones, being... you got to keep in mind, it goes back to being disproportionate. Because, say, we all can own that.
Yeah.
But we can't because we're not rich. Mm-hmm. What are the rich in if society was threatened with a fall? Where are the rich more likely to fall? With the working man, with the people who are trying to fucking rise up and like reset everything, or the rich who are comfortable, who like things just the way they are because they get their money. They're more likely to fall in line with the government and start creating small armies and shit like that.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to it, the fall of society, if it were to come down to a civil war, and let's say everybody could own everything short of like ballistic missiles and fucking nuclear weapons. You got to understand something. It's a lot more complex than people make it out to be.
But then you get into the whole social aspect of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's
when you just get all your bros together and you all pitch in and buy 1/10 of a tank and you get 10 bros to buy a tank.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So when it comes down to it, would I like to be able to own a lot of those things? Yes. Are they outside of my means of buying them? Yes, absolutely.
But I think when it comes to like the small arms, like full auto.
But the idea, the whole idea behind it is
no. I agree. 100%.
Because I mean, what the fuck are you? What are we gonna do now? What would we do now if the government said, you know what, we are coming to take your guns? You would fight back, but it depends on how far they would go.
A lot of it would have to depend on the enforcement of it.
So here's the thing, and this is where I'll say it all depends on your fighting spirit. It can be as disproportionate as you want it to be, but if you have the will, the fucking smarts, you don't understand how many fucking veterans fought in the fucking global war on terror. There are a lot of people out there that are very smart when it comes to tactics. And yeah, sure, there's the government that has all this fucking firepower. Look back to fucking 1775, 1774. We were fighting a military, the British. We were fighting the British that were fucking, they had superior firearms. They
were
had
the number one military.
Yeah, they were the number one military in the world. They had the biggest fucking navy. And we still beat them.
That's true.
It's not about who's in the fight. It's about how you fucking fight. And the thing is,
basically, it was only
the British.
%.
The problem is the British, and just like any other military in the world, they're going to try and follow their fucking SOPs and shit like that. They're going to try to fight like a military. Well, when you're fucking fighting for something you care about, and and this comes down to life too. When you fight about things you care about, you don't fight like you're in the fucking ring. You fight like it's a fucking street fight. You fight to win. You fight to fucking live. So when you're fighting to live, when you're fighting for something you care about, you fight like it's a fucking street fight. You fucking use cheap fucking moves. You fucking throw the cheap shot. You don't fucking be like, alright man, fucking, we're just body shots, no face shots. Nah, fuck this bitch. It's a fucking street fight. I got brass knuckles in my fucking, I got brass knuckles in my gloves, bitch. Let's go.
I'm gonna hit your ass with a chair.
Yeah, right. Fucking pull out the dude comes out with fucking boxing gloves. You pull out the gun, boom! Oh shit! Damn! You know what I mean? It's using the advantage because the thing is, often when it comes down to aspects of war, yes, fire superiority is a huge aspect of it, but it's all about your tactics also. Because if you can say, but thing is,
if you're willing to
think about the United States. Do you think about the United States government?
Go underground, as long you can always wait out and keep striking back, but what are your odds?
Look at
the odds are terrible.
No,
especially if the government actually for the second time went and decided to murder a bunch of its actual citizens. We would fold. I'm gonna give
you a perfect example about why that's not true.
Why?
Look at Afghanistan. What
about them?
Who did they fight before us? They fought the Russians. They've been fucking. Those motherfuckers are hardened.
They've been fighting for.
They've been fighting for fucking so fucking long, right? Yeah. The Russians went in there with fucking tanks. They went in there with fucking AKs, SKSs. They were fucking. I am talking. Fucking Afghans might as well have been fucking fighting with sticks and stones. But guess what? They fucking fought them off, ran them out. Then we went.
They just gave up. It cost them too much time and money.
Too much bloodshed.
And they went underground and they just struck when and where they could.
Oh fuck no! The Afghans fucking fought straight up. They fucking fought straight up. They did what they had to do, and they would overwhelm their fucking enemy by being fucking smart. It's about tactics. When we went into Afghanistan, right? Think about it. We're rolling around in fucking armored Humvees. We got all kinds of shit. What was the fucking biggest fucking threat to fucking military personnel in the fucking Middle East? IEDs. You can place IEDs anywhere. They were fucking blowing up fucking tanks. They were blowing up tanks, but they were blowing up fucking Humvees, right? So because of that, we had to switch from flat bottom fucking Humvees to V-holes. So that way it would kind of help mitigate the way that the fucking blast will hit the Humvee. There were certain points in Afghanistan where they were putting fucking IEDs in fucking trees. They were setting up fucking mason jars with fucking HME, fucking screwdrivers, screws, rocks, nails, whatever. And so they knew, okay, we're wearing fucking plate carriers. We're protected here. We got our front, back sappies. We got our side sappies. Got your fucking neck pro. But guess what's not protected? Up here. So they would put that shit in a tree. You walk underneath the fucking tree, boom. Fucking shreds your fucking shit. I'm talking, when it comes down to it, if a motherfucker wants to win, they are going to win. I'm saying it doesn't matter about the disproportionate aspect. It's about your fighting spirit.
It's about who's willing to fight dirtier.
Yeah. So how far are you willing to go?
Yeah. Every war ever has been won by who's willing to do more worse shit to the other people.
Well, it's not even just about that.
That's it.
It's not even just about that. You can be willing to do as much worse shit as you can, but if you're
prove it.
Well, if you're comfortable,
they prove it. No, that's how the wars end. They prove it.
If you're comfortable. The thing is, when you go to war, you have to ask yourself one fucking question. Are you comfortable with dying? Are you okay today if you had to go to war with the government? Are you okay dying? Are you okay dying and leaving your wife? Are you okay dying and leaving your kids?
That's not the question you have to ask.
Oh, it is.
The question is, are you okay with your wife dying? Are you okay with your family dying? Because the government isn't going to just... Whenever they do shit, they're going to do it on a big scale. Whenever Sherman came down south and rolled through the South, he burned the women and children and everybody. Oh, fuck. We don't need this on here.
That's fine. we can say whatever we want as long as we're not actively encouraging violence towards somebody.
Right. So,
like, hey, so-and-so, y'all need to go so-and-so, this person.
Right. Well, Sherman won the Civil War by burning the women and children, not by defeating the armies. He burned the women and children in all the cities. That's how they won the war. That's an oversimplification, but it is what happened.
That tactic right there is just simply for intimidation.
Right.
That's simply for, all right, fuck, this dude is burning women and children. I do not want to leave my home and leave them defenseless now.
But
I'm gonna
all
say
the
fuck the
all
army.
the other ones too.
I'm gonna say fuck the
What is
army.
it?
I'm gonna defect. and stay
Tiananmen
home.
Square in China. Is that what it was?
Yeah,
Tiananmen
China.
Square.
China.
That's just the same shit. The government came and just killed all the fucking people.
Right,
They don't
but the thing is, the
discriminate.
Chinese people don't have the will to fight, and this is where I tell you, the question isn't about whether or not you want to leave the people. The question is whether or not you're okay with dying is going to determine your result. Because if you go into war half-hearted, half fucking cocked, and you're like, yeah, I think I'm ready. You go in there,
I'm here for the paycheck.
Shit starts hitting the fan. Then you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to die. If you're like, man, fuck this, fuck you, bitch. If I'm gonna die, I'm fucking taking you with me. I'm gonna put my nuts in your fucking mouth as I die, motherfucker. You're gonna feel my fucking shit all over your face because that's apparently what happens when you die. You fucking
That's
all
a
your
warrior
bowels.
spirit.
You
That's how
fucking,
you do it.
Yeah, right.
So,
Fucking my ethereal nutsack in your mouth for fucking all of eternity.
all right, so I'm gonna say one more thing, then we're gonna jump back to your journey with fire.
Okay.
We got on a huge tangent. Think of it like this way. You've seen Purge, right? The first one.
The Purge.
Yeah. The dad, the main character, right? No military training, no nothing. That motherfucker fought tooth and nail to protect his family.
Yep.
It's
That's
his home.
true.
It's his home.
Yeah.
Now, take people who just consider Texas as my home. How hard are you willing to fight for your home? You know what I mean?
I'll go all the way. I'll say that flat out. If it's something that I believe and care about, I don't give a fuck about that. If I can fucking help make a change and make an effect, I don't give a fuck.
There you go. If you can make a change and effect. If say
who says
say,
it doesn't
okay,
matter if that battle's a
the most prevalent danger in our near future right now is let's say for instance that one party decides to steal the election again and
We're not naming parties.
yeah. Without naming parties, one decides to steal the election again and it was pretty much proven last time, but say they do it again and the actual states decide to secede.
Mm-hmm.
That would just cause war. They won't let the states secede. They won't. That's what caused the Civil War. Is the states were trying to go, all right, fine, you do your thing and we'll do our thing, which is exactly what we would be doing now, right? Being like, all right, well, you do your thing and we'll run our government the way we want to run it.
Okay, so a lot of it, and I've definitely done a lot of research in this what if category. The only state in the union right now that has the legal authority
is Texas.
But at the same time,
they entered it with that as a.
But at the same time, there have been governors from other, mostly southern states, saying that if Texas ever were to secede, they would break the union contracts, and go with Texas. That if Texas secedes, possibility, no civil war, no nothing. It could be like, all right, fine, whatever. You're gonna have to pay us some money though.
Man, like
maybe because it's legal. But
once other states start saying, "Hey, fuck this, I'm joining the Republic of Texas now," then you start having possibility of civil war.
I don't want that.
But I don't want it either.
No, I don't either.
For me, it's an aesthetic thing.
Texas
Texas would look so fucking ugly. It's so beautiful.
Well, the Civil War would be crazy this time.
No, but here's the thing though, with seceding from the union, right? Texas, even if you count most of the other southern states or some of the other states that have said that they would do it too. Globally, yeah, if you count like the other 10 states that said they would secede with us, we'd rank like 4 or 5 in the world of like military might, just from our own stuff. However, the union itself still, with just what it has left, the 35 that it has remaining, still outspends in budget and has more everything fourfold over the next 3. Like China, Russia, Great Britain, shit. They have way much more.
So they could afford it.
So the only way a civil war would ever be sustainable mainly for like Texas and its buddies that want to tag along would be having they would have to have a backing from another party, particularly like Russia, China, North Korea. Something they would have to have backing from one of them. Granted, that would probably never ever happen.
Are you want to be honest?
It better not.
No, you want me to be honest. We wouldn't even need to go over there.
They'd come to us.
Okay, no, we would know. You know who we could get backing from? Fucking Mexico.
No, Mexico would back the Union. They make way more money from them.
No, I'm not saying Mexico. I'm saying Mexico.
You mean cartel?
I'm saying Mexico. Because Mexico can fucking front all it wants about its legitimate government, but we all know it's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a cartel.
Yeah, we're getting into a lot of geopolitical stuff. That's story for another podcast. We're already at an hour in. So let's go back to where we were. I kind of forgot where we were with your story. So now you're up to 5 guns. 4 of yours, 1 from a mother-in-law. Ruger 22, I think is what it was.
Yeah.
And then you said you have a Victory, you have a Canic.
Yeah.
And then where are the other 2 again?
The other 2 are my wife's got for her bedside guns. They're both the same gun. It is a Smith & Wesson M&P. Easy.
Yeah.
Is one of them's an easy. The
both
solid black. Oh, they are.
They're both easies.
Okay, both easy.
Because I was with you when I bought
but one of them's like purple with sparkly glitter. So. Yeah.
It's not my style.
It's pretty good.
It's not my style, but it's pretty.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good.
I gotta admit, it's pretty good.
Imagine being the guy that gets fucking shot with this, like, fuck.
And the funny thing
that's what my wife, that's what she was saying. She was like, well, whenever I have to use them, like, please don't make me shoot you with this.
Well, I'm saying you're the guy that's dying and you're like, fuck, I got shot by a glitter gun. Just tell him I got shot by a high point.
You get to the pearly gates and there's a fucking line. Hey man, so how'd you die? I don't want to fucking talk about it.
Get up there and then fucking play your death on the screen for everybody to see. It's a fucking glitter gun. They put sound effects. It's like a little fucking little fairy dust sound to it and shit. That's fucking
that would be
good.
some traumatic shit. So it's been how many months now since you bought all your guns?
Only
3?
Yeah, is that it? 3?
2-3 months.
2-3 months.
3 months.
How many rounds do you think you've spent through out of all of them? If you had to give a rough guess of how many rounds you've spent through, 22, 9mm, everything. If you had to throw me a ballpark number, because I'm thinking
probably like 2,500 to 3,500.
Okay.
Somewhere around there rounds.
Quite a bit.
I have, I went to the range there. There for a while, I went every single weekend for a long while, and then, life happened, and I had to stop for a while, but I've got the itch. I need to go again.
Yeah.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
I do have the itch.
That's an itch you'll never be able to scratch.
That's one of those itches. You start scratching when you think it's that, and that bitch fucking moves, and you're just like, fuck. Gotta do it again.
Yeah, it is time. It is time. I need to go again.
Okay, so what do you say to the people who have never ever fired guns before, but are really like anti-second to Second Amendment?
The Second Amendment is for your safety, and go shoot a gun. Go find out what it is. Go find out what it's about. Don't judge something before you've tried it.
And see, that's what I'd say. It's a good talking point, because I took one of my wife's friends to go shoot. And he's very more so on the liberal side.
Yeah.
He lives in Austin and shit like that. So
he has California.
Yeah. So he has his views on it, right? But he was curious. He was gun curious, because he's like, I've never fired a gun, but this is my view on it because of the party. I just kind of want to see for myself.
Right.
So of course, I took him to go shoot a couple pistols, the ARs and stuff like that, and I think it changes my kind of.
Right.
Like he's like I have a different respect for firearms now. I see what they're capable of, and he's like, it's honestly not as bad. Like, because I don't know if you've ever seen that clip of that liberal fucking news reporter shooting the AR. He like shoots. He's like, ow! It's like, brother, it's stop.
Now, I see the little clips of them like shooting a 22 and an explosion going off. That's what they expect. It's not. It's not like that.
God, 22 is so fun.
It's not like that. And if you shoot somebody in the chest, they might not die. So be careful.
I've seen so many.
You can shoot somebody right there, and they might not die.
I think I saw one of the craziest ones I saw was a dude in Houston. Fucking Mexican dude hopped out of the car, had a machete. Cops probably put something like 10 rounds in him, right? They thought he was
still
dead.
Coming.
No, they thought he was fucking dead, right? But they still got their gun on him. Should have dropped the knife. He gets back up. They're like, fuck! Fucking shoot him again, dude. Fucking go crazy. But yeah, no, fucking...
Yeah. You're poking holes in somebody.
You've seen those threat.
Yeah. You seen those videos of that? There was like this javelin that went through somebody, right? That's like a big bullet, right? But they lived through it.
The Olympic one that happened like in the 80s?
No, I'm well,
I know about that.
There's that. There's all kinds of them. They've happened all the time. That's a big fucking.
He said javelin, so I was like.
Well, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing with the bullet.
Oh, you're thinking the javelin missile. I'm like, there's somebody in there still alive.
If you're using self-defense.
He said it was like this. I was like, someone took a javelin to the fucking skull and lived. Holy shit!
Through the neck. The one I'm talking about went through the neck and like the whole body. Like.
Well, I'm over here.
And they still live.
Yeah, you think about a missile?
I'm thinking about the javelin like fucking missiles.
Oh no!
I'm like, holy fuck!
No,
that guy's a fucking tank. I want to meet that guy. Holy! How did it feel to take a whole rocket and live? Are you the boss?
Nothing works. Nothing else works.
You are the main character. Motherfucker has plot armor and shit, taking fucking javelin missiles, and she's like, fuck, get that shit off.
Well, it's just. So when it comes to like knives or spears or whatever, a lot of that has to deal with the fact of if it comes out.
Right.
Because you can get stabbed, and as long as the knife is still in you, you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't pull the motherfucker out. Like medical people, all of them will say, if you get stabbed anywhere and the knife is still in you, do not pull that motherfucker out.
Do not pull a Frank Castle.
Yeah. Like, do not pull it because what got stabbed in you is now is what's keeping the blood in you. Do not pull that bitch out. You just leave that bitch in and go to the hospital. But I think I remember I saw one video. This dad got shot through the neck, through his fucking the jugular.
Did he put a thumb in it?
With a fucking fucker. He got shot. He was showing his son how to shoot his crossbow. And he went down to go fuck with the target, and the son was fucking with him. Fucking military discipline, and the arrow went straight into his fucking neck, and through his jugular, through both fucking jugulars.
Oh shit!
And they said the only reason why he survived was because he left it in, and like there's a fucking photo of him just like that, like the fucking arrow just straight through his neck.
Wow!
Yeah, I was just like, if you would have pulled it out the rest of the way, or if it would have went straight through, you would have been dead in like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm like, easy.
That's fucking.
But that's what they say. Anytime, anything like. That's what the problem is, like with bullets and stuff like that. Because a lot of times they will just go straight through.
Yep.
Especially rifles and stuff, they will go straight through, and then most likely if it's 1 or 2 rounds that don't hit like a heart or brain, you're most likely just bleeding out.
Yeah.
You're bleeding out. You're gonna.
But that's what gives you time to get there, because bullet holes are a lot smaller. Plus, depending where you get stabbed, how you get stabbed, what you get stabbed with, sometimes. That's why we did away with the triangle blade fucking bayonets, because you can't stitch that up.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, but it creates like a solid hole.
Yeah, it's like a hole. Basically. I'll talk off stream about what they taught us in the Marine Corps, but
even that might be too graphic.
Well, I mean, it's
I'm gonna put up diagrams and shit.
It's how to use a K-bar. It's how to use a K-bar.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's why I like javelins and shit like that. Fucking spears, a lot of it is just because it stays in the body.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it goes through, then your ass better hurt the fuck up, and hopefully it didn't hit a fucking artery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the difference between those. Bullets, on the other hand, like especially like 9mm pistol rounds, if it's self-defense rounds, they most likely stay in.
Yeah.
But you're still just bleeding out.
Right.
And fucking adrenaline pumps in, drugs pumping, alcohol, all sorts of shit in your system. You don't fucking feel it. You're like, bitch, what the fuck was that? You don't care. Your body's like not processing your body doesn't process what happened.
Like that fucking guy. I remember. So this happened when I was in the Marine Corps. I thought the zombie apocalypse was happening. By the way, when this happened, I was
the Florida basalt.
The Florida basalt guy.
Oh yeah.
I thought the zombie apocalypse was happening. I was like, So
You know what, right? The dude that like you're talking about
Yeah,
the other dude
that ate his face.
Yeah, I was slowly
remember
like
that.
inching towards the door. I was like, I'm gonna go to the armory and grab the cell. I'll be back. so, but
Alright.
yeah, so they found out it was a bath salt, but they shot that guy like a lot, and the dude was high as a bitch. I don't know how many bath salts he took, but it was a lot.
All right.
I mean, enough for him to act like a zombie and get me
Yeah.
excited for nothing.
Yeah.
He ate somebody's face off.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
You gotta be fucked up, and you gotta be mentally ill. That's not just drugs.
mentally ill.
Because I've taken drugs.
Am I mentally ill for it being excited thinking it was a zombie apocalypse?
Did
I wasn't like worried about the guy who was like got his
somebody's
face eaten off. I'm just like,
no.
"Woo! It's happening! And they're like, oh, it's just bath salts. I'm like, fuck!
I think that's everybody who's into guns. They start wishing for the zombie apocalypse and more and more and more. You're just like, I got all this ammo. I've practiced headshots so much. Please,
So much.
just start.
I'm ready.
Dude, but I was excited whenever COVID started happening and everybody was like, oh, people getting sick and then dying. I'm like,
Oh,
Zombie apocalypse, baby.
once they come back.
I was like, I knew I invested in 22 for a reason.
I've been waiting for this moment. I have a whole you're fucking scrolling your Spotify playlist. Where's it at? Where's the zombie killing playlist? Hell yeah, baby!
But I was like, so yeah. Now, so speaking of that, home defense. Me and you kind of had a debate on this once, but you were kind of drunk, so you don't remember this debate.
I don't. Hang on, I gotta go take a piss before we talk about
All right, go
this.
for it, brother.
It's that door right there, buddy.
Because I still haven't changed my mind on it.
That's that door right there.
This is-
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
I think I told you about that.
Not completely.
I think I told you about that when me and him had that debate.
About the AR for home defense?
A shotgun.
Shotgun for home
He wants a shotgun for home defense, and he was very inebriated and didn't remember the whole conversation the next day.
Okay.
But it was fun.
Well-
if you still feel the same way, there's I feel like there's depending on your location of where you live, defines which gun to use: pistol, rifle, or shotgun. If I'm on a ranch, I'm using a rifle. I ain't worried about overpenetration. I know your bedside gun. Once I get a suppressor for my
300.
yeah, then that'll be my bedside gun. I ain't gonna worry about overpenetration because I'm gonna go subs and ain't gonna worry about nothing else. So I'm out again.
I'm barely about to start my first beer. I'll be drinking coffee.
Yeah, I've had mine go, so I'm kind of rocking and rolling.
Yeah, so at least it's not a fucking shotgun with dragon's breath. It's like local home invader dies in a house fire.
If I had a beach house,
Do what?
if I had a beach house,
You found a beach house?
no, if I had a beach house, that would be an option because there'd be a lot of water. And then
How are you gonna get the water from the ocean?
there is called what the fuck you mean the ocean? Oh wait, no, okay, I just say beach house.
Yes, bitch.
Lake house. That's what I meant. Smaller pond.
There's
Okay.
a fucking there's a difference. You're just gonna fucking stand there and be like, well, I hope it's high tide because my house is on fire.
Start splashing water.
Yeah, fuck, hurry up. Start grabbing buckets of sand. Fuck, go. Shit, babe, you're not doing it fast enough.
All right, lake house. If I had like a lake house with like a pump and shit, that have my own water hose, then fucking dragon's breath that bitch. I don't give a fuck. That's why you got. That's why you got fire insurance for everything, and then you can get money.
Like, that's not how it works if you set your own fucking house on fire, bitch.
No, I was defending my house. I wasn't setting it on fire. I was defending my house.
They're gonna question, why didn't you use a slug? Why didn't you use double odd buck? Why didn't you use fucking, four shot? You could have used anything. You could have used anything. You chose dragon's breath. You chose violence.
Because
Why?
I could use anything, and so I used dragon's breath.
Alright. So,
Okay, so on the topic of home defense,
shotguns. I like them. I like them for home defense, and he doesn't like them for home defense.
I think it depends on what you're talking about here because,
What is your depends on?
okay.
I like them for me, for home defense.
Why?
I have a brick house.
Okay, but why? No, why? Overall, why is that the platform? Okay, and then you start
But,
going into shotguns.
Shotguns, not only that, but in self-defense, I've watched all I've gotten into is fucking YouTube videos, right? because I'm new to guns, so I just went down rabbit holes, right?
Okay.
So, the way I hear it on YouTube is, if you load your gun with birdshot, birdshot, and then buckshot the rest of the way, that is the most effective home defense loadout, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
You know what I also heard on YouTube?
What?
That a man can be a woman.
Yeah, but you got you got to watch a lot of
I heard that Biden was
videos and judge for yourself. So what do y'all have against the shotgun?
It's not necessarily against it. They're okay
for home defense.
It's not
in particular.
Yeah, it's not against that, because initially when we first started buying firearms, the first thing we bought was a shotgun for home defense.
Right. That's why was that?
Because it was cheap.
That's a selling point.
That's literally why. It was a cheap shotgun. It's a pump action. I know it's gonna run. Bought some fucking 4-shot. It'll work. I was gonna buy a double-aught buck, but that's too much for my wife. That'll probably
fair enough.
Yeah. So, but for me, it was one of those things that I was like, hey, just point and fucking shoot, right? Not knowing her shooting capabilities.
Also, even people not knowing anything about guns, a pump action shotgun is boom. That's it. It's not complicated.
So here's my argument against that particular thing. Because I do agree that shotguns are they have their place in home defense. But anyway, my argument against that about people know how to work a shotgun. Somebody who doesn't know how to shoot a gun shouldn't be operating a fucking shotgun in a home defense situation.
Yeah, because that's you understand, it's a lot.
People who don't know how to operate a gun shouldn't, which is the reason that I didn't own a single gun until I went out with y'all.
But you shouldn't. So if you're gonna have a gun for self-defense, and no matter what you decide to pick, you can do a pistol, a .22, a shotgun, a rifle, a 50 cal. I don't care what it is. You need to get some practice.
Yes,
you need to
exactly.
get some practice.
Yes,
on the wall to bear.
Definitely.
Say cheese.
Don't use
just
it.
one of those
Don't
fucking
use it because it's surprising. It's surprising.
Yeah, just
how it feels.
And
it doesn't feel like you expect it to. So go practice with it.
What's the thing
plus it's fun.
It's
shoot it.
You've told me this before, and I agree with this too. And we've had this conversation before too. People think that they would, something happens, I'm gonna rise to the occasion.
No, you fall to the lowest fucking level of training that you have. Nobody rises to
That's
the
another reason. That is another reason I feel for the
huge misconception
for the shotgun. Is because shotguns are easier to aim than a handgun. If I handed somebody who's never shot a gun ever, and I put a person-sized target out there, they can point it without they ain't even got to put their eyes on it. Just point the stick at what you're shooting, and they can make it hit.
Okay, but let's make the argument like this, right? My wife. Okay, she's smaller than me.
Fair enough.
Would I give my wife a shotgun to defend herself? If I have an option, right? There's 3 guns on the table, and I say, baby, I'm a pussy. I can't go defend this house. I need you to go and do it because my balls are tough.
Liberal.
Right. So I need you to be the man of the house right now. I'm not going to define your gender role. I'm sorry, I assumed your gender.
Fair enough.
But I need you to get this gun, and I need you to protect me and the cat. We're going to go hide in the bathtub. So I had to tell her, hey, there's a shotgun on the table, there's a pistol, and there's a rifle. I'm going to say, grab the fucking rifle. Because I'm going to tell you this. Yeah, birdshot, buckshot, it's all good. You just got to aim and point. I'm going to tell you right now, that's not always going to be the most effective thing. Because you got to keep in mind, depending on how long or how big your house is, the maximum effective range of that shotgun is going to vary depending on birdshot, depending on buckshot, depending on fucking slug. Then you're just talking about
shotgun only has to reach about this distance from that wall to that wall. Because my wife, our plan is she will be next to the bed in the corner right there with the gun pointed at the door, and that's all she has to be. And that's why I don't know. I feel like a shotgun would be better than a handgun in that.
Okay.
And if it was my wife, that's the last defense, and I wouldn't send her out in advance.
Right, but I'm saying, like,
she would be back there, and I would have already gone out. And yes, if she's back there and I've already gone out, and she's having to use a gun, I'd rather it be a shotgun, and I wouldn't want it being shooting birdshot either.
You want to know something funny? My wife, you ask her any fucking day of the week. We have all these guns in this house. You know what her first thing to grab is? What? Either her Glock or her fucking 365. She'd rather have a pistol than the shotgun. She'd rather have a pistol than the rifle. Me personally,
that will come with practice.
So because she's practiced quite a bit. She's taken fucking
feeling comfortable with it.
She's taking courses.
And my wife's, I mean, she's more comfortable than I ever thought she would be.
Well, my whole point is this: shotguns aren't the end all be all. Because let's say, okay, yeah, ideally from there to there. That's where your target is. Let's say in an ideal situation. Let's say it's not ideal. Then what do? You're fucked because you can't reach that fucking far. Now you have to close the fucking distance, right?
Fair
that
enough.
Rifle, with a rifle or a pistol.
For home defense, I don't have to close that distance. There's no distance in my house that is out of the range of a shotgun.
Let's say it is, though. I'm not even talking about you. I'm saying overall. We're talking about the overall general use.
But
not your particular situation.
I was talking about my particular situation.
Right, but let's go broader. Because not everybody is in the same situation as you.
Fair enough.
Let's say down the hallway, right? Let's say the hallway is about 20 fucking feet, right?
20 feet.
20
All
feet.
right, so...
Okay. So between you...
8 yards.
You're right. So between you and that intruder, okay, your shotgun. Let's say you do the legal thing and you keep your shotgun with the little bullshit or whatever. You hold
the restrictor.
The little restrictor, right? It's just regular pump action
Wait, what
shotgun.
is this?
Okay, so every shotgun you buy, the industry standard is to put a restrictor inside the magazine tube. It only allows you to hold 1 in the chamber and 2 in the tube. Why? Because most shotguns are bought for bird hunting. Yeah. You're only allowed 3 shells in the gun. Every shotgun will have that restrictor in it, even if it's a tactical shotgun. Even no matter what it is, they'll have that restrictor.
Even the Brunellis? Really?
All of them do.
Wow.
In America, that's why it is a standard. It has to have the restrictor in it. It has to be removable, though. You can
remove it. It's not illegal to remove it. Just if you're going to go hunting.
But I've shot many shotguns. I never shot less. I mean, they never. Well, I had a double barrel that was a breakover that had less than
Yeah, but
most of them have like 7 or 8. You know, I've never shot anything.
But it's most people. Yeah, well, if they're buying it for like home defense or just shooting whatever in general, they'll take the restrictor out. But if most people I think we had to take yours out.
Yeah, we took mine out.
We had to take his out because he couldn't get his out or something. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I was being real finicky.
Yeah, I was being real finicky. So I was like, "Fuck it, let's just take that bitch out."
Yeah.
And just chunk that bitch because we don't fucking need to keep it in. We don't go bird hunting.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, if I'm gonna go bird hunting, I'm gonna buy a shotgun.
I mean, if you do go bird hunting, I'll go bird hunting with
the barrel length on my shotgun is not ideal for bird hunting.
Yeah.
I would buy an actual fucking 20-inch, 22-inch shotgun for bird hunting purposes.
But even the fucking shock.
Yeah, absolutely. Even
the shockwaves, fucking little baby guns, little shotguns, have restrictors.
Really? What are you gonna find?
They're all required to have restrictors in them.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
I thought
that was stupid as shit.
That's
like, wow.
That's actually funny.
Yeah.
But my whole point again is this, you know what I'm saying? Let's say it's a dude who has a ranch. You know what I'm saying? And you also have to keep in mind.
Okay, a ranch is a whole different story.
Rifle.
You have to have a rifle. And you might as well have a rifle for your home defense because you have a rifle to shoot coyotes and shit like that. You have your gun ready if you're living on a ranch.
Okay, so here's my thing with... But we're all kind of talking about, hand the wife the shotgun, right?
No, I'm not handling my
okay, that's what he's going with, right? Hand the wife the shotgun, you go deal with it. If something happens, they break in.
The final line right there would be...
But here's the thing.
I know what you're fixing to go with.
Take the wife to the range, let her shoot a rifle, and then shoot a 12-gauge shotgun. Which one's she going to prefer?
She's going to prefer the handgun.
The rifle. No,
the
so you're saying rifle.
A rifle or a shotgun?
Yeah.
She'd probably pick the rifle.
Like
it's less recoil.
Less recoil.
A lot more comfortable.
Same amount of hole, same amount of cheek, shoulder, arm, same easy platform to aim down. It has a fucking probably a red dot or a scope.
Okay,
It's
all right.
easier to aim down.
I will say.
So
She will prefer the feel of the rifle, 100%.
Okay, so and then you
But
also
the way I'll feel
but you-
about the target that she's shooting at, the shotgun. I
Okay,
feel like
but-
she'll hit with the shotgun
What if
better
it's
than
what
the
if
rifle.
it's more than 2 or 3 people?
Yeah.
What if you got a gang of dudes? Like
Okay,
they
and
do
then
in
you're
big
also kind of thinking about they fucking bum rush. They take your ass out. Your ass is KO. You're done. Right? One person, okay, cool. She might pull that shot off, but if it's a pump, how confident you think she would be to pump that motherfucker?
and not short stroke it.
Not short stroke it. Yeah, because if you short stroke that bitch, it ain't gonna work.
Nope.
It's gonna jam. She gotta clear the jam. She gotta figure that shit out. While 1, 2, and most break-ins, most shit like that is 2 or 3 people.
It depends on the training. It
Yeah.
depends on how many
That's
times
what I'm
we've
saying.
gone out, because I wouldn't have ever trusted her with a handgun, but now
Yeah.
I would.
So like right now for your situation, since all y'all have is pistols, that's kind of your only option.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
But like okay, so for me in our house, right? For me and my wife, we shoot quite a bit. We shoot at least once a month. And shotguns less often, but when we shoot shotguns, I guarantee you, my wife, she'll shoot maybe 10 to 15 rounds,
And she's like, I'm done.
and then she's like, I'm done. I'm
Yeah.
fucking done. Like she has good, like I've taught her everything. She has real good form. She can hit clays. We'll throw clays, and she can hit.
It's that fucking
She can hit.
recoil.
She
kicks.
She hates
They
that
kick.
fucking recoil. And dude, and I'm telling you, my shotgun is a 16-inch, smaller tactical shotgun, right? It's smaller. She still has trouble fucking racking it every single time.
But she can hit a clay pigeon.
She can.
At how many yards?
It's fucking thrown, so I don't know how many yards it is.
About
But
30, 40?
But it's moving, and it's
A 30, 40 moving target, so it's
but
very accurate.
Right, but what he's stating is the first shot will be fine, but if she still has issues.
yeah.
And understand that's intentional.
That-
Under stress,
Yeah.
what is the likelihood that she's going to be able to fucking rack that bitch quick enough to get off the second shot? Third, fourth guy fucking walks in. I'm saying.
Same thing. Well,
I'm saying. I keep advocating. I keep telling my wife, yes, the Glock holds fucking 17 rounds. Grab the fucking AR.
That was 30.
Well, that one holds 40. We also have a 60 round drum. Now.
YouTube, the standard is 30.
Oh, that's 30.
Well, we're not showing it, so YouTube don't like high capacity magazines.
Fuck your high capacity.
We're not showing it, so y'all can't give me a strike. So
Yeah,
kiss my
suck
ass.
my dick. Anyways,
So my whole thing is, one more rounds, and like you can talk to people like watch videos like Clint Smith. He teaches fucking best probably shotgun course on the planet, probably Thunder Ranch.
Thunder Ranch. Yeah.
Clint Smith is like when it comes to like shotgun usage, home defense, everything. This dude like wrote the Bible.
yeah.
He is like the guy to go to. His classes are very expensive.
Very expensive.
I really want to go, but they're very expensive.
Plus we gotta
Speaking
pay
of
for
which,
And
classes,
yeah, so
LTC.
yeah, we'll get to that. But he even said too, like I love his things too. Is pistols would put bullets into somebody, rifles will put holes through somebody, shotguns with the right load at the right distance will take a piece of shit off you and throw it on the ground. Right load, right distance.
Being
That is
key
with
factors.
training, though.
Yeah.
With training, and people who have gone and like you can see the YouTube videos. They said the biggest downfall of every single shotgun in the world is capacity.
Yep.
It is capacity. Yeah, it has the firepower. Yes, it does. Does it help you with your aiming?
So I got to get a 30-round shotgun.
There isn't one.
The AA-12 maybe, but
There is.
Reliability issues like a motherfucker. Though.
yeah. Plus they're expensive,
Yeah. Like you're gonna have to get like a mag-fed.
and
Shotgun,
those
that-
tend to have fucking huge issues.
Yeah.
With feeding.
So
From the back.
the
I don't
most
know.
the
Six
mice-
guys that would take out.
the most you can probably get in a reliable, fast shotgun
Looking at Benelli M4.
is like a Benelli M4 with an extended tube that'll hold like 10.
Well, think about
Well,
it. It depends on
you
how
could
you
extend
think
that.
about it. Because think about
If
it.
you do like the Gila fucking
a
mini
buckshot's
shells.
about the size of a 9mm, right?
Yeah.
A buck bullet, and there's 9 in a shell.
45. They're about the size of a 45.
Yeah.
Buckshot, double out buck is 45.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about 9.
About 9 in there. So there's 9 times 7, which is 63 shots.
But do you remember what I told you about 9 pellet double out buck? Do you remember what I told you about that? Why did you go for the 8, not the 9?
Why?
Because the 9th pellet will always.
Oh yeah, because it deviates.
And I cannot count how many fucking videos I have seen to where they have talked about that. If you're doing a double out buck for home defense, do not get the 8. I'm gonna not get the 9 pellet one.
Always get the
8. 9th one for some reason how they fly through the air.
The 8 will group though.
Yeah. And that's the problem though. If your wife, say she pulls off the shot and it's one intruder and she gets lucky and hits in the shoulder, but only 4 of them hit and the other 4 veer off.
That's 4 9mm shots to the shoulder. That's gonna slow him down.
Who says that he's not high? Who says that that's gonna be enough?
But
that's still gonna slow him down. Even if it's just a ooh. That's a slow down. That's a.
Okay, but
assuming she doesn't short stroke.
Which is assuming that we have, once we own the gun, gone out and
done the
practice with it, because that's what you're supposed to do.
So then if you decide to do that, I want to know, after you get your wife to shoot that 12 gauge with double up buck, if she is willing and actively says, yes, I like shooting.
You know what? Okay, know what? How about this? We'll do a range video. All right.
All right, but we got to take a 20 gauge out there too, because 20 gauge is a much more viable option for a woman.
Okay, I thought So hang on. I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same motherfucking thing. And I'll let you ask my wife this. I thought the same thing, but she did not like the 12 gauge. She wanted a 20 gauge because we thought the same thing. It was less recoil.
Gonna kick less, yeah. No, same.
Almost identical.
Well, then 12 gauge it is.
And then I thought maybe it's just because we're pussies. Whatever. Maybe that's it. I looked it up too. They did a fucking study on the amount of like pounds per square inch pressure that comes back between the 12 and the 20. Guess how many poundage is the difference?
Yeah,
how much less?
Like a pound less, maybe, I guess. Somewhere
like
between
1.8 average.
Yeah, I say
really?
a pound or two. It's not going to be
much. What's the grouping like? Because that's a smaller barrel.
Same
Grouping?
Same. Everything else basically remains the same.
If you want like a shotgun that has the least amount of recoil, you need like a fucking little 410. But you're at that point.
Yeah, you're really sacrificing. But that's better than a 22. You know.
But you have 9mm, so.
And how hard does a 410 kick? It's not much more than a 22.
No.
Well, it's definitely more than 22.
More than 22.
It's not egregious.
But like not more than 9, though.
Yeah, it's not egregious.
But no, it's if you want to go shotgun, that's everybody's own personal opinion. Like me personally, I want to use my 300 Blackout for home defense, but it is a very short configuration, and I know if I use that in the house, I am going to go death, or I'm going to develop tinnitus like that.
I already have.
Fair enough.
I already have mine, so it's all good.
And I think I'm developing it because I'm starting.
My problem with home defense is I don't have and I don't want any of my guns set at short range.
Well, no, I mean that's why
I like 25 yards for handguns, 100 yards for rifles.
I think it depends on the platform. And like I told you,
well, I mean, for my platform, I'm only using small guns right now.
Yeah, but
I'm just starting.
But yeah, okay. So what about your carry gun? When you finally get the carry gun that you want to carry with you, you get your license, you got everything set up. You get a red dot on it. What do you want that red dot set to? 25 again, or?
Yeah, 25.
Why?
Because I will have been shooting everything at 25, and I will be most comfortable at that range. And also because whenever you fire a handgun, most of the time it reaches the top of its arc at 25 yards. So I'm within an inch or whatever the distance from the dot to the barrel, dot to bore. I'm within that distance all the way out to 50 yards because it's going up for the first 25, reaching that pinnacle at the dot, and then dropping for the next 25 yards.
So let me hit you with some legal shit, okay? If you shoot somebody at 25 yards and they are not actively holding a gun to you or your wife, you will go to jail.
Yep.
I guarantee it. You will go to jail.
Fair enough. But if I'm aiming...
No, if they do not have a gun to you or your wife, and you shoot them at 25 yards, they don't give a fuck. You're going to jail.
Well,
there's no legal
the
force
only
for that.
reason that I would have it because that's what I'd be accustomed to. Like if I'm not planning on shooting anybody, but whenever I go to the range, I want it to be set to where I can plink with my stuff. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'm defending myself, I don't want to have to adjust my mind to the different settings of what.
But what's more important, adjusting your mind to a self-defense or adjusting your mind while you're at the range?
I don't want to adjust my mind at all. I want it to shoot where I want whenever I shoot it. Whenever I shoot here, I want to know if I'm shooting 10, I have to shoot a little bit high.
No,
if I'm shooting...
So then, this is what it's going to come down to, based off of your mindset. If that's the mindset that you have, then you need to purchase firearms that are going to work within certain distances. Have certain setups. Like me, my 16-inch AR is set up for a longer range shot. Can I make close range shots? Absolutely, I can. But that I've had that training. But specifically, the AR pistol is for indoor close CQB use. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So, like with my pistols, with the exception of the SIG that I have, all my pistols are all they're all iron sights. Can I shoot something at 100? Yes, absolutely. Because I'm trained with it. Is it set to do that? No. I have to know where my hold is so I can hit and plink at 100. So it's about training. You can
exactly.
know. Well,
that's what I want. I want to be
trained.
I want to have it set to where it's the most accurate for the longest amount of time. And then train myself to use it properly.
No, you know what that's called? It doesn't matter whether or not you have it set. You can have it set all you want. It's all about fundamentals. Your fundamentals are what's going to determine whether or not you're accurate with the firearm.
Fair enough.
That's just the
that's true. But how am I going to tell if it's my fundamentals or not if I'm not setting the gun to where it's statistically most accurate?
I'm not saying not to sight in your gun. If you have a red dot, absolutely sight it in. Make sure that it's good at whatever fucking distance you want it set.
Right.
But understand that in most shooting scenarios, it's not going to be ideal. It's not going to be what you set it up for.
It's not.
In most instances.
Exactly.
In most instances.
So you want it as close as you can for as long as you can.
So if you talk to, and now I've looked this up too because I thought about this, and I've kind of practiced this a little bit at the range. You can probably account to this too. You talk to and then there was a study done with the FBI agents, people who have actually had to use their gun in a situation, police officers, whatever. Most of the time, with the distances that they didn't even get a sight picture.
Nope.
They didn't even look down the sight. It was just point and shoot.
Yeah. I believe that
because it's even in some of these guys have red dots. They weren't even getting the line.
And in that case, it doesn't even matter what it's set at. It matters how much I've trained with the gun that I am pointing and shooting.
Even then, statistically speaking, you will miss your first two shots.
Yep.
Because of the amount of adrenaline that you're going to get an adrenal dump in your body. They did a study.
I don't think I would do that because
a lot of people say this shit.
A lot of people say it, but I have sociopathic tendencies that make me believe that I just wouldn't.
That don't matter.
It wouldn't bother me.
We're talking about body mechanics here. No matter how your brain chemistry works, your body mechanics work almost identical for everybody.
Because you have to think like this, right? You're walking down the street, right? You're walking down the street for whatever reason, your car's broken, right? You're just whatever. And someone pops around the corner. They got a knife, they got a gun, they got something that's going to hurt you. Your first mindset isn't going to be like, all right, let me go
grab my gun. No, it's going to be kick them back.
It's not going to be, well, at that point, your instinct is, I need to create distance.
That's it, yeah.
Because the adrenaline dump. Then after that, you're trying to grab your firearm. So while you're trying to create distance, you're trying to grab your firearm, and then you're just trying to fucking get some shots out.
That's the part that I worry about is after that, after the initial, I need to create distance, would I even think, okay, now my firearm, or would I just forget that it's there?
And that does happen. That does happen. There have been incidents, especially
that's what scares me is that I would have it, but then I would just forget that it was there in the moment.
But that's called training.
Yeah.
That's called training. That's called.
But home defense is a different story.
Well, no, I'm
home
talking
defense
about,
is I get a deal. Oh, ring says that there's somebody at your door. Oh shit, they're trying to break in.
By the time that thing goes off, they're already in your house.
Fair
If they know
enough.
what they're doing, they're already in. You're 20 seconds behind, at best.
On the message from ring.
Mm-hmm. On any camera device, any security camera, you're about 20, 30 seconds behind.
and see, here's the thing. But you also got to keep in mind, again, you're talking about different types of scenarios. That's where it comes down to. There's basic training, just going out shooting, just getting time on the gun. That's good. But you also have intentional training, putting yourself in specific scenarios. Fucking, okay, threat, boom, drawing from the holster and shooting. Threat, boom, shooting, continuously doing that. When you're at home, unloading your firearm, intentionally fucking dry firing, intentionally fucking just being inside of your house, fucking shit, threat, boom, fucking pulling your gun, you know what I'm saying, and making sure that...
And see, and I've kind of told you about doing that too.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll watch, like, and after this, I think after this, we'll be watching anime or a movie or whatever, and I'm dry firing for the day, and I'm just, you know, gun's clear, empty, whatever, blah, blah, and the bad guy comes up and just straight for him, and then, alright, cool, sit back, sit watching, get on my phone, fuck bad guy, alright, cool, pop right back up.
Yeah, so it's about intentionally just surprising yourself with this sort of thing. So again,
What I've been trying to do at the house is I'll pull it out and I won't try to line up the dots. I'll just pull it out and hold it wherever I'm planning, and then I'll look around to see actually where I'm actually gonna hit. And
that's also training too, because the more that you fucking draw from where you're gonna draw from, pick up the gun, where your body naturally is pushing to, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you never want to fucking present your firearm and then scrunch yourself down like that.
Right.
You want to naturally present it to your eye.
yeah,
So the more you do that, the more you're practicing that draw, bringing it up to your eyesight, bringing it up to your eyesight, bringing it up to your eyesight. You're creating muscle memory.
hell yeah.
You're improving what's called your gross motor functions. Same thing like when you fucking load, right? When you load your pistol, yes, you have your slide release. You can, most people, they'll pop it in, press the slide release, and then they'll aim. Me, no. If I'm reloading, drop it, he's seen, I'll drop it, boom, and I fucking intentionally rack it back myself. Because you can't always depend on that fucking slide release. Well, if that fucking thing malfunctions, what if your shit doesn't lock to the rear like it normally is supposed to? Like you're shooting, but your mag's empty, but it doesn't lock to the rear. You still have to be able to make those gross fucking motor functions to make you and manipulate your fucking firearm.
Fair enough.
That's just how it goes.
There's just, like I said, like I was like,
I do that too, but I think more because I don't know why the fuck, but no, I do that too. Whenever I put it in, I don't have it racked back and just click the thing forward. I always put the clip in and then fully do it.
Right.
But it's just I don't know why. That's how I do it too.
But that's good though, because that again, it works on your gross motor skills.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
yeah, I'm kind of guilty of just doing both.
Hey, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I occasionally, if I'm just plinking at the range, yeah, if I'm not doing intentional type of training, sometimes I will. I'll just pop in. All right, cool. But then for the most part, I do still try to just constantly. I'll fucking grab it, fucking pull here, push here, do what I need to do to make sure that I fucking make sure it's good to go.
Okay. All right. Oh, I was gonna ask a question, but I totally fucking forgot about your journey with firearms. Okay, this isn't the original question I was thinking about, but this kind of popped up in my head. What do you think is the appropriate amount of ammo to have stored away? Not range ammo, like just ammo in general. Could be full metal jacket, self-defense. Just amount of ammo, a number of how much ammo per caliber you should have stored away. What
God,
do you think?
I don't even know. Fuck, I don't even know. At a minimum, a couple of hundred of every caliber is what I would want to have at any time. It's just stored away. I would like as much as possible. As much as you can have. As
I'm about to
much
say,
as,
I feel like fucking with Matthew.
how much can you afford that much?
I feel like Matthew McConaughey would be like, those are rookie numbers. You gotta pump those numbers up. You know? I think ideally, for each individual person you have inside of your home that can operate a firearm, it should be no less than 1,000 rounds per person.
1,000 rounds per person. That's
Per caliber. So if me and Bree,
that's a lot of money. That's
I'm not saying
hundreds of dollars.
Right. I'm not
hundreds.
saying I can afford that. What I'm saying is that ideally, if money was no object, obviously I'd have all the fucking
right. Yeah.
But you slowly build up over time. Have at least at that. Like so, for me and her. We both shoot rifles in the house, so we ideally should have around 2,000 rounds of fucking AR. We should have 2,000 rounds of 9. We have 2,000 rounds of... No, well, actually, the only exception I would say is shotguns. Shotguns, I don't really see myself using that a lot. I would say probably around 1,000.
And see, and like, okay, so for me, my situation is a little different because I have a multitude of calibers. It depends on the caliber for me. So yeah, like 9mm, 5.56, 22, yeah, in the thousands at least. My 300 blackout, I probably need to bump those numbers up a lot more, but I haven't really shot it a whole lot. I barely have it zeroed, and I'm honestly kind of waiting for a suppressor anyway. So
fair enough.
I got enough to make it function for a couple mags, but then I'm done. But if some shit happens, that's not my go-to gun.
Yeah, but something that big, you don't.
That's not. Well, look, my 300, my 300 blackout, my small one, my green one.
Oh, okay.
300 blackout. Now my 30-30 lever gun. That's not a shit hit the fan or planking gun. It's more of a hunting gun. It's a backup hunting gun. Is what I want it for. Okay, a couple hundred, maybe 100-ish. But 100 rounds of soft point, lead core rounds. That's all I need. Because we're only gonna go kill something real quick.
What the hell are you hunting? Indians? Fucking.
Never know.
Man, I really like your Minnetonkas. You think I can get those from you?
So like my 30-30, maybe like 100. I think I have about 200 rounds of it. My 300 Win Mag is by far my most expensive to shoot gun. It's like I said, like $1 something per bullet.
Yeah.
I think I have like 80 rounds for it right now. I want to get to like 100, 120. I want to stay at 100, but have that extra 20 for like, hey. Fuck, I want to bring out my 300 Win Mag. Let's all shoot it a little bit. But I'm only bringing 20 rounds. I'm not going to bring out a whole fucking box of it. A whole crate of it. My 308, that's mostly a hunting gun right now. Now, if I get an AR-10 and 308, then yeah, I'm going to bump those numbers up way more.
Yeah.
But my 308, I think I have like 400 or 500 rounds.
Yeah, I think it's respectable for both guys.
Yeah.
I would say your 300 Win Mag. And again, I always gear everything towards shit hitting the fan. So that's why a majority of the fucking shit that I have, it's all common rounds. At least in the United States. 9, 5.56. And then eventually 22.
That's what I would... That's the caliber that I would go for, is what is the most common that you can get.
My stuff is pretty common.
For whenever shit goes down,
It depends.
Then people are going to die with a bunch of ammo sitting, and then you can take that ammo.
It depends where you're
at. And you also, I think you should also have a gun of every caliber. If you could...
That's a lot of fucking calibers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I don't know if I can afford all that.
You got a lot of fucking guns.
You're talking some like
if every one of your guns was a different caliber.
You're talking about like
oddball shit, like fucking 5.7, fucking 4.6,
or
fucking
my
6.
Most important
6.5
from
SPC,
most common down
6
to least
millimeter
common.
arc.
Yeah,
I would really like 6 millimeter arc, but I can't.
My stepdad, right? They live out in the country. They have a ranch and shit.
They got a 50 A&E. They got Desert Eagles.
Fucking 303 British.
Ew.
It's a good cartridge. I've looked it up. The ballistics on it. It's a good cartridge, but fuck, is that bitch hard to find?
Yeah, that one's
like my mom.
They gotta pour their own.
Even then, it's not the caliber is different than a 30 cal.
Yeah,
it's slightly bigger.
Ugh.
And like my mom should be able to where they live, they'll hit Academy, all the little gun stores, and they will not have any. She will call me over here 9 hours away, and say, "Hey, can you find some for me?" And I will go and Jerry, our favorite gun store, All Guns Blazing, he had finally got some in because another customer was asking for some.
Yeah.
And I happened to buy 2 boxes from him to send to my mom.
Yeah. So Katie, her dude has was a fucking 6.8 SPC, 6.8 SPC, whatever the fuck it is. Fucking, she's like, do you know where I could get some of this? I can't find it. I was like, yeah. It's a fucking... No one fucking shits that.
And you also, I think, some of these calibers have died out.
Yeah, well, I called Jerry. I asked him for some.
You gotta go for the most
even Jerry
common to the least common.
Yeah.
It's like fucking.
That's how I do in survival games.
Like, I'll tell you
Why
right
would
now.
it be different in
One of
real
the
life?
funnest fucking rounds I've ever shot, but it's probably hard as fuck to find. Fucking 458 SOCOM.
Yeah.
That shit is fun as fuck to shoot, and good lord, it has a kick. Would I like to have one? Yes. Would I own one? Probably not, because the ammo is hard as fuck to find.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to do your most common shit. Because, like, and again, but you're talking about commonality in the United States versus the rest of the world. Do you know what the most common round in the rest of the world is?
No.
7.62 at 39 for the AK.
AK.
So, yes, the AK round, 7.62.
So in America,
39.
AR is #1 most popular rifle.
AR number one.
Number one. The world, AK.
Number one.
Okay, so first off, you want to have your immediate area, and then once you have all that,
If we start getting invaded, then you need to get an AK.
Yeah, I'm grabbing AKs.
then you need that
Yeah,
because
I'm just gonna grab an AK off of some fucking Russian or Chinese.
there
person.
you go. Yeah, that's it.
I'll take that.
Preferably Russian.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Preferably Russian.
It depends who fucking invades. I can't be like, hey, by chance, before I kill you, is that a Russian AK? No? Okay, I just thought I'd ask for a fucking smoke you. They can't stay there like,
you pick it up and it says Chinesium on it. You're like, fuck!
son of a bitch!
Pick it up, it says Kalashnikov. Like, yes, score!
Fuck yeah.
I'm
You know
kidding.
what fucking would be a win? Fucking Zasova.
Oh, Zasova too.
Yeah, I fucking found a Zasova.
So Kalashnikov and Zasova are like the pinnacle of
Gotta
AK.
piss again.
There.
You broke the seal. You broke the seal,
Yep.
fucker. That's why I don't break the seals. I'm surprised you haven't had to go piss. You've only had one beer
I
though.
only had one beer and all this coffee. Well, I've had all this coffee.
So you're gonna have to take a shit.
Yeah, it'll make a pizza.
Coffee? I don't have to make me have to take a shit. So I don't drink coffee.
I like coffee. It's good.
And then I'm also lactose intolerant too. So like if I get coffee with like the cream or all that shit.
I think I'm becoming lactose intolerant, dude. Because
Dude, you can develop it.
Every time I eat cereal, it fucks me up. I told Brie, I was like, I'm gonna have to start using almond milk, I think. And I fucking hate almond milk. It's not even milk. There's no tit on a fucking almond. Where's the nipple? Why is it called milk? It's all a fucking conspiracy. Next thing you know, you're gonna come to my house. I'm vegan. Got a fucking man
If you're
bun.
vegan, I'm gonna slap the fuck
wearing,
out of you.
I'm wearing fucking Crocs. But like, hey.
I can see you with Crocs though.
Be like, namaste, Nathan. Namaste.
I can see you with Crocs though.
Fuck no, dude. I hate Crocs. These things are
Bitch,
ugly.
if you become a vegan shit, I'm stealing your guns. I'm like, you lost your manhood. You don't deserve
I'll
it.
never become a vegan, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you. My favorite fucking meat to eat in the world is chicken. I love chicken.
I want to try the carnivore diet.
I could never be without chicken. I eat chicken at least twice a week. And the thing is, like, people are like, oh, grilled chicken. I'm like, swear, bitch, what's up with that fried chicken, boy? What's up with that fried chicken, boy? Hey, yo! You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love chicken. I can't help it. I can't fucking help it. I love chicken. It's so good. Chicken is so good.
Maybe it's because you grew up in the ghetto.
Probably, because Brie, she likes steak and red meats. I'm like, it's alright. Alright, chicken though. If I had to choose between beef and chicken. All day long.
Kind of the same way.
I just feel like chicken it just tastes better, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up eating so much fucking, like, fucking ground beef, like carne picada and, fucking...
Have you ever tried, did y'all ever go try that ground sirloin?
I don't know. I'll probably pick some up when I get paid tomorrow. I'm going to give it a shot.
I'm telling you, bro, it's like... So yeah, I know what you're talking about. Ground beef, it's...
I mean, it's what my abuelita used to say. She said it's a poor man's food.
Yeah, it'll get the job done.
It was never like the lean. It was always just straight up regular ground beef.
Yeah.
Carne picada with fucking peas, or with corn, or with green beans.
Fucking potatoes.
Or fucking, dude, when she would fucking make that shit. My favorite thing that my abuelita used to make was fucking papas fritas with fucking chorizo.
Oh, that's some good stuff.
And then she would make her fucking homemade beans. Oh, fuck, bro, that was a meal.
Maybe we start talking about food. We either talk about food or fucking sex on every podcast.
Dude, because I love food, man. Well, because we started talking, you talked about coffee, and then we went into being lactose intolerant, and then we started talking about almonds not having nipples, so they can't have milk, and then we went into fucking talking about me being a vegan, and I told you I couldn't be a vegan, then we went to meats. So.
A whole little tangent on that shit.
Oh, dude, fuck. It's quickly helping. It's crazy how quickly the tangents spiral out of control.
But
One thing I will say about my first or expedition into gunning is I waited way too fucking long. Don't wait until you're fucking 40 plus to go get your first gun. It's
Well, there's also a flip side. You can go too early because my mom gave me my first handgun when I was like 8. It was a little 380 Bursa. So I was.
You think that was too early?
I shouldn't have had a 380 handgun.
Fair enough.
Yeah, 8 years old.
That's a little too much.
Well, so see, like the same thing. Okay, so like my youngest, he's about to turn 6. My ass wants to take his ass to the gun range so bad.
Yeah.
I want to go to the gun range. I want to go. I already have the little kid ear pro.
Our nephew.
I want to slap the ear pro.
We want to take him.
Yeah, we're gonna be 6. And
Dom's short though.
he is short. He's
I don't know if you'd be able to see over.
He can't reach inside the trigger guard.
Ah,
and so even the 22, the little ones, he can't reach. He's a little guy. He's cursed, unfortunately. But anyway, I want to take him shooting, or at least I'll sit with them. Of course, that's what I would do anyway. But he already knows the rules. He already knows the gun safety rules. The shit is like, we'll fuck around, whatever. And I was like, I'm gonna take him shooting. And my wife, she was like, you should probably start him off with something not so strong. You should probably start him off. I'm like, okay, like 22. That's what I was gonna do. She's like, no. She's like, no, not real gunpowder, not real guns. So I'm like,
like a CO2 powered.
She's like, it's like a BB gun. Get him like a little BB gun. I was like,
even those are.
Some of those are fucking strong as shit.
Yeah.
That fucking.
I've got a BB gun that shoots harder than a 22 or faster.
Yeah, same
faster.
Same thing. I got mine.
So I kind of had to compromise. Well, do what the wife said and be like, all right, fine, baby doll. Let's fucking up my camera angles. Could have waited till after the show. Sorry, guys. Fabian's fucking. See, he's fucking the camera up.
Getting something special out.
Oh no, it's just a CO2 powered BB gun. That's all it is.
It's like this.
Those are fun, man.
Yeah, I don't have any CO2 in it because I fucking used all 5 cartridges already. But yeah, just for YouTube, it's a fucking CO2. So yeah.
BB gun, they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, fucking CO2.
How hard does it shoot?
Not that. It shoots kind of hardish.
I think it's about the same as the SIG one that I have.
Yeah, it's roughly about the same.
That is awesome, man. That looks just like it.
I think it's like 450 feet per second, something like that.
Yeah, mine shoot then this one will only.
That is wild. It doesn't pull back as far.
No, not as far, but it only shoot this. That one will only shoot the still BBs. That one will not shoot plastic.
Yeah. That is cool.
Yeah, so I think it's fucking dope. Like, just overall, just how it looks.
Yeah.
Like, my father-in-law was telling me, he's like, oh man, you should take your fucking BB gun and go out and shoot the fucking pigeons that are outside. I was like, fuck no! This thing looks really shit. People are gonna think I'm shooting up the fucking apartment. I'm like, fuck no! I'm gonna cops are like, put the gun down. I'm like, it's just a BB gun. Look.
I promise.
As soon as you move that bitch, pop, 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 pop.
Die, you dirty painter! Shit, man! Well, the thing is, this is the holster for my fucking Glock 45.
That fits perfect.
It fits fucking perfect.
That is awesome.
So it's fucking crazy, but yeah, that's.
I want one for my backyard.
Well, see,
I want a pistol.
Dude, the whole fucking reason I got one was because of him. Once he had his SIG, I was like,
the little backyard setup.
I'm like, no. The only reason I got the CO2 powered gun because
blue option, right? I have the little SIG BB gun.
Oh yeah.
So the only reason I bought mine was because of his. Because I was always when we were running the podcast there initially, I was always fucking playing with that thing. And it's like on the breaks and stuff, I'd be like fucking. And he's like, why don't you just buy one? So then I started looking, and they were having those on sale on Amazon. I was like,
why not?
Fuck. All right.
They're fun. They're fun.
No, they're a lot of fucking fun. It's a
pulling a trigger and making something move at a distance is just fun.
Okay, so I'm
regardless, the bigger the caliber, yes, the further the distance and the more the fun.
No, not always, because
not 4570.
That's your but.
So you're saying the bigger the caliber, not the more fun?
No, the furthest. Not the furthest or the more accurate, because.
But the more fun.
There's a reason why 50 cal is considered anti-material, not anti-personnel. That's why most actual sniper teams will use 300 Win Mag or 338 Lapua. Okay. They won't use 50. One, it's fucking heavy as shit.
Yeah, they're fucking heavy.
And secondly, that's not what the gun was designed for. That's not what the caliber was designed for.
Right.
You get a 300 Win Mag or a 338 Lapua. They're designed for more precision, tight shots at really far distances, even in high wind.
Yeah, because the thing is, with 50, technically speaking, with the Geneva Convention, you're not supposed to shoot human beings with 50.
Yeah.
Oh,
Even
really?
with the modules.
Yeah, but that's why it's considered anti-material.
Yeah, so, like, if
it's
someone's-
meant to
Okay.
shoot against like tanks and shit like that.
Well, not even
Yeah.
just tanks. Like if someone's behind cover, it's more like fuck your cover. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what it's intended for. Now, if you just happen to get struck by a 50 cal bullet, I mean, you
Like
shouldn't
I
you shouldn't have been behind the cover.
I let off the lever a little too fast, too late. My bad.
Oh yeah, I'm sore thumbs. I've been gaming all night. You know, I
Right.
from the
Be
States.
like my left
It
thumb comes
slipped
up like
just
3
a
seconds
bit.
slower than my right.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, he makes a solid point. Plus, the thing is, if you've ever been like a fucking like, if you've ever fucking been on the side, fucking like spotting for somebody who's shooting a 50, it fucking sucks. Especially when they have the muzzle brake on the wrong way, and then fucking after 5 rounds, you got the world's biggest fucking headache. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything.
So yeah, that's why, like, you know, doesn't mean the bigger caliber, the more accurate, or the more. Now, granted, you know, probably same angle 50 will probably do about the same distance. No, not even the same distance as a 338 Lapua, or a was it
smaller and
was
longer.
it 450 Shytech or something like that?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The one that the
I know what you're
fucking
talking about.
intervention rifle.
Yeah.
It's a really the bullet itself is fucking long and fucking spear fucking point sharp, but that bitch is designed to hit like a mile out minimum kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's smaller than a 50 cal.
Hell yeah.
But again, purpose-driven calibers do different things.
Yeah. So it just depends, because like me, like he wants to own a 4570. I've shot 4570. Fuck that. Those things kick like a fucking mule. I refuse.
I think I'm just like a recoil junkie. I like the recoil.
Yeah, you're a recoil junkie. It's weird. I like to shoot comfortably.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I don't.
I think that's where my masochism turned to, because I want to feel the pain from the recoil.
Oh, Jesus.
Because, okay, so
You okay?
I like
inside?
So people-
I like it being super accurate. I don't care what it is. If it is super accurate, I love
You
it.
say that until you shot a 500 Smith & Wesson.
I'll shoot it.
No, you
See, no. He used to give me shit, you know, because I told him I want one, but I never shot one before. Like, I want a 500 Smith. 500 Smith & Wesson is the largest
handgun.
pistol handgun cartridge you can get. It's the largest one you can get.
Is
Production
it the
one.
most accurate?
I wouldn't say so. It depends on the gun. Accuracy more or less depends on the gun.
Well, no.
The
Accuracy is going to be dependent on whether or not you can control that fucking recoil.
That, and then also
Because you have to understand
accuracy has a lot of
There's
factors.
a lot of it's going to be
Your atmospheric pressure.
It's going to be
wind,
how many shots you can get on target. It's going to be your how stable and able you're able to control that recoil. How quickly you're able to put follow-on shots. You're not going to be putting on follow-on shots with the 500 Smith & Wesson very quickly, because that thing. Whew,
It's gonna
fuck.
kick way back here.
Yes, actually.
Fair enough.
And it'll, like, you can fucking death grip that shit, and sometimes it will almost slip out of your fucking hand. It is. Yeah. So, like, the thing is with 500, if someone's never shot it before, you put one round in there.
Yeah.
Because there's so many, it flinches back so hard, you might get someone who might do, like, a double, like, boom,
They
boom.
might dome themselves.
Yeah, might.
And like, I'm sure you've seen those videos on YouTube to where they do that poo and then like they shoot their own fucking hat off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's more than likely a 500
on
Smith & Wesson. That's more than likely maybe a 44 Magnum, maybe.
44
But
mag, fuck no. 44 mag's controllable.
a new shooter.
Oh, well, you're right. I was like, for me, 44 mag is controllable.
Because
That's about the highest.
Because I have heard of the fucking assholes, and that's why I went the opposite with y'all. And I did this with everybody I go shooting for the first time. You always have the assholes like, here's my biggest and hardest gun to fucking shoot. This is your first shot ever.
Go for a 22 first.
Yeah.
That's how you
Most
start.
shooters shoot
you start-
22.
It makes the shooting experience, their initial shooting experience, very unpleasurable.
Yeah, and then they don't want to do it.
You fucking work them up, stretch them out. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
you know.
That did well. That did well.
Put a
Yeah.
little bit of lube on it before you stick it in.
Yeah, build up.
Yeah, a little bit of
before you go.
foreplay. Yeah.
But now, so back to the whole 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. I've wanted one forever. I still want one. That's one of my dream guns ever. And he was like, no, once you shoot a motherfucker, you ain't gonna fucking want one. You ain't gonna want one. So we go to the gun range and we go shoot whatever. I think it was
Yeah, it was
us.
when we took our uncles.
Yeah, we took our uncles to go shoot. they're
It's like a men's mental health.
yeah, it was like
day.
a men's mental health day because I think
Yeah.
both of them are having some issues.
Yeah.
But we had a good time, and we're on one side of the pistol bay shooting the still targets, and on the other end, I'm a big dude. That motherfucker's a big dude.
Yeah.
He be big country bunking looking
Like,
motherfucker.
think like ZZ Top, but like times 2. Like, that man, if Nathan is a bear, then Nathan's mama bear. That motherfucker was like granddaddy bear.
Okay.
That motherfucker was huge.
Yeah.
So you've seen Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
Nate's like a regular bear. That guy was like a fucking rune bear. Like,
Okay.
the fucking size difference. I was like, oh, Nathan's so small.
Not a lot of people make me feel small, but that motherfucker, I was like, Papa. So he comes over, and they're shooting some other shit. When he comes over, and he's like, "You guys mind if I shoot the steel target?" We're like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." Fucker pulls out, and most 500 Smith & Wesson Magnums are like 8-inch barrels. They're big. They're big guns. And he fucking just pulls that bitch out, and a whole cylinder just doom, 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 like handles it amazingly.
Dude, like a fucking champ, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was eating that recoil for breakfast.
Yeah.
He was like, give me more.
Yeah.
Can I have
Nice.
seconds?
Yeah, fucking shot at it, fucking put the gun away and walked away. He's like, "Thanks, guys." And we're like, "Yeah, no problem." And I was in love, bro. I was like, "That was amazing." I was hooked to that point. I was like, "I definitely fucking want one." I still haven't even shot it. I definitely want one.
Now, mind you, understand this. We were all shooting beforehand. This seemed pretty loud. After he shot that 500, everything sounded like BB guns.
Yeah,
Because
we started shooting it, and I'm shooting my 10 mil. That's louder
That's
and
bad,
more
yeah.
recoil. And I'm like, "Fuck, man, I want to shoot that gun." Oh well, and it still feels like I'm shooting a BB gun. Like, this is some bullshit. Whatever. And then he comes back and he's like, "Hey, y'all want to try it?" I was like, "Dude, I got so fucking goddamn good."
Nathan looked like
it.
one of those kids on the Make-A-Wish that like got to meet like Superman or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he was like schoolgirl met her fucking crush type of smile. He was like, really?
So I've been like almost every time, not every time, but at least every other time, I always get offered, "Hey, you want to shoot this?" Hell yeah. I'm excited, but I'm not that excited. Dude, this was
one of those, is there a mustache in Mexico kind of answers.
yeah, like there was no way I was gonna be. Nothing else could have ruined my day after that.
Yeah.
And I think I even said it to her, like, "Motherfucker, my car can get robbed right now. My car can get
That's
jacked. I don't give a
awesome.
fuck. I'm so happy right now." And he only gave me one round. And because he knew what was gonna happen, and I was like, "All right, cool." And I was like, "All right," and I respect that too. I'm just happy he let me shoot it, and fucking cocked that hammer back and straight on the target. And even for me, I knew I had to grip that bitch as hard as I can, and still it went fucking high up. Now I didn't go real fucking high up because I knew what I was expecting, but even after that first shot, I was like,
Still one.
my fucking half of my hands went numb, like this whole part here went numb on both hands,
That's awesome.
and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then Fabian got to shoot it. And then the uncles got to shoot it, and then he was like, "You still want one?" I was like, "Fuck yes, I want one. I want one so goddamn bad."
He's like, "I want one even more." And I was like, "You're a fucking psychopath."
I want one.
You're right.
Like, the guy was like, "Yeah, I was gonna let you shoot one." I was like, "That's all I wanted to fucking shoot." Because the thing is, I used to work at a gun range. I was an RSO at the Lubbock Shooting Complex over here, and dude,
I've heard commercials on that place. Is that any good?
not anymore. It used to be good.
They've gone downhill so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it used to be really fucking good, especially when we were out there running the ranges, man. Dude, it was a fucking blast.
Back in the day, it was really
But the thing is, being an RSO, I'm fucking the forward-facing customer face. So, I always have to be nice to people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or if you're being an idiot on the range, I'd fucking snatch your gun, be like, "I'm walking you to the fucking road. I've disassembled your firearm. Get the fuck off my range for being that stupid." You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I had so many customers that had good, like, I had a lot of money, dude. I shot so much shit out there. They did and I'd tell them, same answer every time. Like, "Hey man, I got your gun. You want to shoot it?" I'm like, "Well, fuck man, is there a mustache in Mexico? Let's go, motherfucker." Shit, man.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, I was out there. I got to shoot fucking 6.5 Creedmoor, 330 the Proof, 50. I've fucking shot so many fucking AKs, Daniel's Defense, fucking LaRue Tactical, fucking BCMs, fucking. There was a dude out there. I had to chaperone him, but he had fucking fully automatic fucking M4s, AKs. He had all kinds of shit. And he was like, "Hey, you want a mag here?" He's like, "Go ahead." I was like, "Okay."
Why not?
Yeah, so I mean, I've shot so much fucking shit out there, and it was great. But one of the most unpleasurable one was the time that guy had a 500 Smith & Wesson. He didn't want to shoot it. He just bought the fucking gun. He was like, "Yeah, I just got this gun, man." He had 2 rounds through it, and he was like, "Hey, man, you want to shoot it?" I was like, I don't know. You only shot it twice.
Right.
Normally people go through a mag or a cylinder before they offer it to me. You got 2 rounds in, so I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, there's 3 rounds in there, or 4 rounds in there. You can shoot the rest. I shot 2, and I was like, nope, I'm good. You can finish that by yourself. I'm full. I've had my fill. Thank you. And yeah, man, so I'm talking. We used to fucking rent guns to people out there. We had, and one of the most common ones that people always love to shoot was the Desert Eagle, the 50 A&E.
That I would like to shoot.
That's fun. That's manageable recoil, and dude, but they would be college kids, so they shoot 2 rounds, and they bought a box of 25, and they're like, "Oh, I'm good, sir. What do we do with the ammo?" It's like, well, that's yours. You can shoot it, keep it, sell it, whatever. They're like, well, do you want to shoot it? You can empty the rest of the box. I'm like, oh, shit, bitch, make me. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go again, baby.
That's what I want for my carry gun.
See, I'm waiting for him to buy a carry gun that he really loves, but it's gonna be heavy as fuck.
Like a season?
It's going to be because I like heavy guns. I do like them.
You like heavy guns
to shoot
at the range,
and also because it you know
eats the recoil a little bit.
No, it tells you that this is a major decision you're making right now.
And
this is a real weapon.
I will tell you right now.
No.
I will tell you right now. I will tell you right now. And this is from me, from everybody I've ever known who owns guns. When they start carrying a heavy gun, they fucking hate it.
Yeah?
They fucking hate it. They regret it so goddamn much. I regret it because I had a full...
If I could find a light gun that felt good and shot good, I would carry it.
It depends on the game.
But most of the time, the heavy guns shoot better for me.
Okay, so I'm going to break it down like this because I carry 2 different ways depending on the season. If it's like spring, summertime, I carry my SIG because it's small, it's concealable. You can put my shirt over it. Now, granted, I don't fucking carry appendix because I got a fucking gut, and when it digs right here, it sucks dick.
Right.
You're sitting here, and now that I have a sports car, that would super suck cock, and I don't want to shoot my dick off.
Right.
I mean, it's only 2 inches, but it's all I got. Yeah, I'm not trying to shape it down by fucking whatever. So I'll carry where I carry. But if it's wintertime, then at that point I'll transition. I'll either carry the Glock, I'll carry the fucking Echelon, I'll carry a full size firearm. But because I'll have a jacket. I'll have a jacket so I can keep it.
I do the exact same thing
outside the waistband.
When it starts getting warmer and I'm wearing less clothes, I'm carrying my shield. It's a smaller gun. Yeah, it carries less rounds. Yes, it's a little bit more snappier to shoot. I'm still good with it. I can still hit pretty well with it. It's just, it's lighter. It's more comfortable to wear. I can wear it all day long and not be like, oh, fuck. Get this fucking goddamn thing off of me.
I don't know, man. I just can't do it.
I like being able to carry a gun all day long, and then when I come home, not immediately take it off because I'm like, can't wait to get this bitch off of me.
Yeah.
Now, if I try to inside the waistband conceal carry one of my bigger, heavier guns,
it's a bitch.
After like half a day, I'm ready to go home and fucking swap.
Yep. Really?
Yes. Now, you can alter that by getting it outside the waistband holster. It's on the outside, it's a little more exposed. We've kind of already talked about that with retention and shit. But usually, got a jacket on, got a sweater on, got something on, I can cover it up so I'm still concealed, but, not. But it's not digging in.
Comfortable.
And I'm not digging into my hip. I'm not, stabbing myself in the gut or whatever, or rubbing my fucking thigh raw or anything. I'm comfortable. But it's a bigger gun. I can still get good shots on it. But yeah, summer versus winter, it's a big difference.
Yeah.
Between the two.
That's why I have.
For sure.
That's why I have multiple pistols because it's going to depend on the occasion.
Fair enough.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm still not even. I still won't even carry. I know that we're in a. I don't have to have a LTC to carry a gun, but
it's better just to have one.
It's I'm still just waiting. Once I have one, then I'll convince my wife that it's time for me to get a smaller gun.
The reason why I like it so much better is because it makes the process of buying guns so much faster.
Yes, that's the only advantage I'll give you.
It's the main advantage of it.
To me, For me personally, I'm anti having a license or fucking license carry.
Right.
Fuck you. Fuck the government. No one tells me what I can and can't carry and when I can't carry.
Fair enough.
I am the master of my life. Outside of course, outside of God. You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, I am responsible for my life. I am responsible for my wife.
Fair
I'm responsible for both of our lives. If we're out and about and I'm saying, "Oh, I'm going to follow the law," when that guy comes up and he's not following the fucking law, guess what? I'm at a disadvantage because I'm not fucking.
But that's the LTC is also one extra shield.
Nope.
In between you and it proves.
Nope.
Yeah, it does.
Nope.
Yeah, for sure.
Nope.
No.
How do you mean?
Because if a business has I think it's 30.6 or 30.7 on there, on the business, you have a license to carry, you're not allowed to carry on there.
Yep.
They don't
give a fuck whether or not
you're
licensed to the state of Texas.
Don't matter.
So it would be no different from you just carrying openly. Well, still, in 90% of the world.
No, dude, every business you go to, look at the door, like actually pay attention to the door. They have to have it. It will say 30.6 or 30.7. One of them
if they have that legal statute on the fucking thing, then yes, you are at that point technically.
Now, if they have a picture of a gun with like a line through it,
that's not
legal.
That doesn't.
That's bullshit.
Shit.
Oh, really?
Now,
you know why I say that? You know why I say that?
Why? Oh, from work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a picture of a gun with a line through it.
Yeah.
Okay, your artwork. That ain't a legal document.
Yeah, there's nothing legal.
There's no legal statute for that.
Of course, they have their own company policies, so they can fire you based off the company policy. They can't fucking take legal action against you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even then, most places, even if they have 30.6, 30.7 posted, I mean, at most they can ask you to leave.
And see, and like I think
maybe criminal trespassing.
I think it's 30.6 is no concealed carry. So if they only have 30.6, I might be getting these backwards. So don't take my word for it. Look it up yourself. But 30.6 I think is no concealed carry. 30.7 is no open carry. So if they have a 30.6 in the front, you can open carry, but not concealed carry. So you can go with outside the waistband. People can see it. They're fine. They don't give a shit. They don't care. Now, if you conceal it and they catch you concealing it, then the most they can do is ask you to leave.
Ask you to leave.
Yeah.
I mean, you can only get in trouble if you refuse to leave.
Yeah. Now, if they have both, it means they don't want you having a gun in there at all.
Yep.
Not legal advice. If you're good at concealed carry, nobody needs to know.
Fair enough.
Nobody needs to know until they need to know.
Right. And at that point,
I'd rather be alive.
Yeah.
I'd rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6.
Or that.
So, at that point, your fucking law's gonna kiss my ass.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
and that's
not legal advice.
Right. Just personal points.
Personal points, for how I see things.
Because the thing is,
now like
it would eat me alive if I didn't carry a firearm and something happened to her and I lived. Yeah. It would kill me.
So like most gun stores, I think they have most of them don't have either one. But some of them will. Like, hey, don't open carry, or hey, don't.
No, a lot of them they prefer the open carry.
Yeah, they prefer open carry. Now, if you go in with your gun open carry and be like, hey, I want to pull the gun out and like I want to get a new hold. Like, no, motherfucker, no, don't do that shit. Yeah, bitch, you better go clear that motherfucker, and you better Hey, and I have had to do this before too. I'm like, hey guys, I want to bring my gun in because I want to get a new holster for it. Yep. They're like, all right, cool. And I'll leave it in the car. And they're like, all right, cool. Bring it over here. I'll meet you at the front door, and we'll double check and make sure it's clear. Right. All right, cool. They'll put a little zip tie through that bitch, and then make sure it's clear. And like, all right, cool. Then all right, let's go find a new holster. Same thing at gun shows. They'll do the same thing too. That's most likely if you want to find something for that gun particularly, and you want to be able to pull it out and like show people or whatever. Oh, hey, I'm trying to sell my gun. Blah blah blah. Whatever. Now, if you're just going in and just look around and you're not going to fuck with your gun at all, you don't have to declare it.
Fair enough.
You don't have to. But if something does happen, they could be like, hey, you're supposed to declare your gun. No, I'm not pulling it out. I'm not getting a holster for it. Whatever. I'm not fucking with it. So
again, not legal advice.
Not legal advice.
Right.
So, but yeah, if places like mostly gun-friendly places, they prefer you to open carry. So they know you're carrying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but that's just neither here nor there. Where do you see yourself going though for guns? Do you think you're gonna build up a collect? Okay, so you were talking about the 4 to 6 different types of people with guns.
Yeah.
You want to go over all of them real quick?
Yeah. So when it comes to like guns, you have like several different classes of people, right? And one of them we kind of already gently touched over, which is like your tactical people. People that are more into the tactical space. They want to have like plate carriers collectors. They want to have the latest and greatest technology. You're like John Wick enthusiasts or military enthusiasts, or even people who fall into that space being prior service military or cop. Then the next one would be something like your hunter, like your dude that I'm for the Second Amendment because it'll affect my hunting. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a bolt action rifle or I got a bird shotgun. Like that's their whole shtick. It's just
Right.
hunting. Then you got your collectors, and like your collectors, are people that have lots of money. They do not shoot their guns. Like if they're that person that'll buy a $10,000 gun and leave it sitting on a shelf, and then you'll cry because you're like, that poor baby.
Yeah, they're like, I'll never shoot it because
Right.
it's just too beautiful. I'm
Yeah,
just like,
there was a guy out there who bought apparently from some meteor failure on Earth. They made a fucking 1911 out of the meteor metal. It was like,
you're talking about Cabot, the Cabot collection.
yeah, yeah.
So there's a guy on YouTube called The Collector, and he is more along the lines of that. He's a collector. He has 3. I think he's building a 4th gun room, and I'm talking about wall to wall, floor to ceiling,
Damn.
massive amount of guns. Like he probably has more guns than any other gun tuber I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He beats Demolition Ranch easily for sure. That motherfucker got money. But he does have a couple guns that he says he won't shoot. He says he had a serial number 1 and a serial number 2, a matching set for him and his wife. They're both $10,000 guns. He said they will not shoot them. They're in a fucking like glass case box fucking framed up.
Yeah.
They will not shoot them. But he does have some of those Cabot guns that are $10,000 a month to buy these guns, and he will shoot some of them. Some of them he will shoot. Some of them he won't.
Yeah.
He's like, these are just too pretty. I won't shoot them. I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, bro. I'll still shoot
That's a
them.
lot of money.
I'd shoot the fuck out of that thing.
But he does have other guns that are massively expensive that he will shoot. I'm just like, but then there's the same $30,000 guns. I'm like, shoot it. And he was like, it's staying in a safe, in a case. It's never getting to touch fresh.
No, putting it in a safe vault, and then burying the vault under the ocean.
Yeah.
It'll be safe there forever. No one will ever see it, but I have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Fucking why?
So anyway, so that's those are the collector types.
Yeah, those are your
Collector.
collectors, right?
Okay.
Then you have people who are like in the competition shooting space, like Jerry. What's his name?
Jerry Michalik.
Michalik, yeah, fucking like Jerry Michalik. People like that. People who run like 3-gun, like fucking was like 4-H. They'll run like fucking USPCA.
Yeah.
Fucking like specific. They want guns that are good for competition shooting and competition shooting only.
Fair enough. That
Trying
would
to-
probably be the category that I fell into as far as buying stuff. That's what I would prefer to buy.
Accuracy and,
Yeah.
So like they want like guns that are gonna be fucking pinpoint accurate. They can fucking manipulate.
Yeah,
easy.
that would be my preference. Like
Yeah.
out of all of them, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. What else?
There's the casual, or the inheritor.
No, yeah.
The person who never really went out and bought guns, but like their granddad owned.
Yeah,
guns
Grandpa
from
died.
World War II.
Oh, so
and
they
they inherited.
Grandpa's fucking M1 Grand from
Yeah.
fucking World War II.
They
you know
inherited
what I'm
a couple
saying? They
guns.
have the gun, but they don't ever shoot it. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's like, well, I just inherited it.
Yeah.
I want to get rid of it. Type.
And then like some of them are like, I might have shot it once or twice when I was a kid when Grandpa had it, but now that he's gone, I'll just keep it for sentimental.
Right.
And at the same point, like I understand your logic, but at the same time, just shoot the fucking gun.
Yeah.
And what would be the 6th one? That would be more of the casual.
Nah, like your casual person, like they don't necessarily own firearms, but they'll go out shooting with friends and stuff. Like they have firearms and stuff, but it's not like an all the time thing. Like they'll go like if a person goes to a range like 4 times a year, they'll go like once out of that 4 times.
Okay, fair
You know what I'm
enough.
saying? Like they're what you would consider like gun curious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
they want to own guns, but they're not really sure. They're not
Fair enough.
super comfortable around them, but comfortable enough to be around other people who are shooting them. And stuff
That's probably how I spent most of my life, right there.
yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the most guns they've ever shot typically would be like on a Call of Duty game or Battlefield or
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah, and then and then you have the huge outliers that are the doomsday preppers and.
oh yeah. You got guys who will buy like thing is like the amount of guns I have I feel is enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe outside of like maybe 1 or 2 more guns, like I feel like that's my bare necessities. I don't need
Right.
anything more than that. Now, if I do get anything more than that, it'll simply be like just fun range.
Icing on the cake.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say no, but it's not gonna be one of
Right.
those things where I'm like fighting tooth and nail against my wife. Like, babe, we have to have this gun. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make an argument for it. Now, if it's like a fucking range toy, you know, I'd be like, I mean, I like it. You know, I could use it potentially, but so I mean, it's those doomsday prepper guys. Those guys who have like bunkers full of fucking shit. They'll buy like those are the kind of guys typically. They'll go to a gun like an.
Those are the ones that
go to
are
a shop.
save America whenever shit goes crazy.
So those are the guys. They got like fucking 30, 40, 50 guns plus. They go to a fucking ammo shop and they'll buy like fucking like pallets of fucking ammo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what do you eat? Do you have money for food?
Right.
What are your bills like? Do we need to get you up? We need to set you up with a personal financial planner because it sounds like your priorities may be.
Oh, there's also the ones that make their own ammo.
Those are like the preppers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are like the preppers or the
because that shit's
competition.
Yeah.
Competition shooters. A lot of competition shooters will
make their own.
ammo.
Yes, in the overall long run, it's a little bit cheaper for them to do it that way.
Right.
And then they get more control over like the grain weightage and like how much powder's in it. They can get the most accurate bullet with the least amount of recoil, but they have to do so much fucking math. It's kind of no point.
Right.
They need a fucking mathematical degree in fucking thermodynamics and shit to pull it
They
off.
have to have exactly a different grain for this gun than this gun because.
Yeah, so those are more like the competition shooters or like the preppers.
Yeah.
So they fall into that kind of category. So you think you would be more like the competition area? You want the
as far as what I would want to purchase or what I like I would like the stuff that is
because if you're going for
if I set it on the little machine, that it holds it perfectly still at the exact dot, I want the smallest grouping. I want the least mechanical. I want every bit of my missing to be my fault. That way I know what I'm doing.
So you
wrong.
want to fly an AC-130 or like a fucking Cobra helicopter. Or you want to fucking you want something so accurate. It's like, well, if it did miss, it's because of me.
It's because of me. Yes.
But then again, I think that's where you fall into the competition shooting aspect of it. Because there are so many competition shooters. Like when you look at competition guns, they look way different than your standard firearm.
Yeah.
They do not look like that. They're like fucking all Gucci'd out. They got like fucking little shit. You can rack it back quick. Extended mag wells. Fucking
all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, all that super Gucci shit. And I would like to have a competition gun, but I don't know if I ever shoot competition. Just to say I have one.
Yeah, I just feel like that,
I have a competition
that's
with
what I like.
me and Nate will have a competition against each other. If I ever
Yeah.
actually shoot you SPCA or like fucking 3 guns. But my problem with that space, a lot of those guys.
Y'all ever thought about airsoft or paintball?
Nah.
No.
I did paintball when I was younger, but I mean, I never really wanted to get into the space.
I tried it like once. I liked it. It was fun.
Yeah, I've done paintball maybe 2-3 times. Airsoft, I've never gotten into. I don't know. A lot of those guys get really booty hurt. And same thing with the competition shooting space. A lot of those guys, like, they're at the top of their game, but if you outshoot them, that whole fucking booty hurt and shit like that. Just, I don't like them.
Fuck them.
Well,
I guess I just don't care what people think.
I've done a couple of competition shooters, more like I can't remember the name of it, but it's like it's still targets, but they're all different shapes or different colors, and you get like a list of what to do. Of like, all right, your wave 1 is shoot red circle, blue square, yellow triangle, and then you get time on how fast you can do it.
Oh,
and you have to
okay.
pull from the draw and go ding ding ding, and that's it. And they're all set at certain distances. I've done a couple of those before. I've never won one, like be the top dog.
Yeah.
I have beaten some people that take this shit seriously though.
Really?
They're like, you fucking cheated, you were over the line, or you were blah blah blah, or this or that, or you're using the wrong grain weight bullet. I'm just like, bro, really, who the fuck cares?
Right.
I'm like, I bet 9 times out of 10 you'll smoke my ass. I was like, but this happens to be the 10th time I smoked you.
Right.
Who cares? You know what I mean? We all vary differently on different things, and that's the thing with the gun community is that not one person has the answer to every fucking thing. None of us do. we're all still learning. We're all still growing. And what I hate about the gun community, though, is that there are people who gatekeep certain things, and then there are people who are just so fucking narrow-minded that it has to be their way or the highway.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Like me, I will never be so close-minded where I'm like, oh no, Glock is the most superior gun. I can't say that.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of firearms.
I'm open-minded as hell. I'll try anything.
And see, I think
let it show.
what
me.
I think is when it comes, especially with brand loyalty, because there's a lot of people who are very brand loyal. I love talking shit. I can't go to the range with him without talking shit about his guns, and he says the same shit to me. I'll talk shit about his, and we'll do a competition, and he'll smoke my ass with his shit fucking Glock, and he'll like, I thought you were using your badass candy that makes you shoot better. Well, fuck you. My hands are sweaty. All right, I got nervous. I was eating nachos earlier. My hands are greasy.
Someone cutting an onion over here, so my eyes water.
It's some bullshit, whatever.
Yeah.
It's something like that, but we're having fun with it.
Yeah.
If shit hit the fan and I'm here, I only have my one fucking gun with my one mag. Alright, fuck that bitch. I'm taking one of his fucking guns that has more rounds in it. Because I know it has more rounds in it and I've practiced on them enough to be comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing with them. So that's why, like, if I come over here, I'm not paranoid, like, fuck, I need to bring my AR, I need to bring my shit over here, because my shit, no. His shit will work just fine.
We got plenty of shit.
His shit will work just fine if I need to fucking use it. And I think that there are some people who think that, my shit doesn't stink. There's a lot of them that, my shit.
No, I'm good. I'm about to have to leave.
Yeah, like, my shit don't stink. I'm like, no, your shit stink too. All of our shit stinks, There was a time when I was with a buddy of ours, we were at the range, and it was just me and him. It was almost closing time, and I think I've told you this story before. And it was just me and him. We're just shooting rifles, just getting around, just bullshitting. And maybe 10, 15 minutes before I come, fucking blacked out Camaro pulls in real hard, and they let him pay and shoot the range. And they're over here shooting drum mag ARs with no stock, and I say shooting, they couldn't even get a round off. They load the bitch. You're supposed to charge it, right? The charging handle. Don't charge it. And they go click, nothing. Don't even click it, just fucking dead trigger. And then they're all talking shit, bitch, and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm getting so annoyed because these people are stupid. These are the type of people who don't need to have guns. Whatever. And then they end up asking us for help. So like, all right, cool. Here, bro. This is what you do. You load the mag in. I can't say everything because of YouTube. You work
Go through the order of operations.
Yeah, go through the order of operations. And then I popped off 2 rounds. Like, there you go. Had no sights on it. We were fucking talking about, no sights, no stock, no nothing, just fucking shit. I hate
that shit.
And it's, oh, okay, cool. I purposely take the mag out, clear the gun, hand it back to them. They don't go through the full operations, and still don't have any issues. So they're getting all mad, and so they're about to leave. They move over to the pistol bay, and that's where my car's at. So me and my buddy were packing up our stuff. We're going over to the car, and at the time I was kind of doing a little bit of competition stuff, just here and there. And you see the plates, the little thing that the plates fall down.
Yeah.
Little 6 things. They're shooting at it. I see the gun that they have. They have high points. They can't hit shit, or they're jamming. And we go sit down, and we go in the car, and my buddy looks at me. He's like, "How about you just go show them how to hit those targets?" I'm like, "Fuck it, give me the Canic, the competition gun that I have that I've been practicing with a lot, that I can shoot really well." Go up next to him, like, "Hey guys, it's not that hard. It's like this. Go ting 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 ting," and then walked away. Yes, I was being a bit of a dick, but at the same time, 1, buy a decent gun. 2, learn and do your research about the gun. If you don't know what you're doing, ask for help.
Yeah.
And pay attention. But they're just people are. I believe everybody should have the right to exercise their Second Amendment, but I think there are a certain amount of people who don't need to be exercising their Second Amendment.
Yeah, you should be responsible about it. Learn how to use it properly. Don't
willy-nilly. No, none of this.
They don't just give you a license and say, all right, now you can drive. You have to learn how.
Yeah. So.
And gun, that's maybe a little even, driving, I feel like you're automatically scared, but I feel like kids might be a little irresponsible with guns if they're not taught well from an early age.
I think a lot of it has to do with media. One,
Yeah.
news makes
TV portrays it.
news makes them out to be super evil, but movies and video games make it seem like it's super easy.
Yeah.
Because we've had a friend of ours, I took him out shooting for his first time. Indoor range, we're shooting 22s mostly. And range saved out. So I was like, oh, you having a good time? But he's like, yeah, it's my first time out here. You know, it's not like John Wick.
No.
Bro, I wanted to smack him. I was like, what the fuck did you just say? No, bitch, of course it's not like fucking John Wick. It's a fucking movie. Yeah, granted, he does do a lot of, he did a lot of training for it, but still a movie. Damn.
He's a bad motherfucker, though. Have you watched his,
Oh, yeah, I'm watching
his training videos? He's pretty fucking good.
He can't do shit, but at the same time, it's a movie. It is scripted.
Yeah.
Real world situation, throw his ass in a war zone. Okay, he might get a couple.
Yeah.
He might get a couple, but
I mean, he can handle his gun well.
He can handle his gun, but there's that whole adage:
can he kill 37 people in a 3-bedroom house without getting hit once?
There's this competition shooter, and then there's this I can't remember what he was. I want to say a Green Beret. He was a Green Beret, and they did a competition, a 3-gun competition. So it's rifle, pistols, or shotguns. The competition shooter beat him big time, but you also got to think the military dude also has a thing about land navigation, communication, medical, food, all million other fucking things other than just point and shoot.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If you take the same two people, throw them in a war zone, competition, dude, dead.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He ain't gonna last.
You gotta understand something. You take your top tier operators in the world. The way that they move, it's very methodical. Whereas with something like John Wick, right? John Wick, fucking. I love the movies. I love how much they embellish everything, but it's not practical. John Wick's fucking.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking walking around.
His ass is exposed so fucking much.
Right.
Yeah.
And granted, the fucking show has him fucking pulling up his fucking coat and it's fucking blocking bullets. Whereas actual operators, when you're doing a shoot house, you're learning CQB. Your movements are very slow.
It's slow.
They're very methodical. You're fucking trying to pie your corners. You're checking, making sure, because real life, real world threats. You know what I'm saying? Once you pass this fucking plane right here, we can't see what's on the other side of this fucking wall. So you have to be very methodical, because if you rush into it too quick, you get fucking shot, you're dead.
Yeah.
There's no second chance. Guy's fucking waiting right there around the corner behind the TV stand. He can see you the minute you pop around that fucking corner. So unless you're being very methodical and you're moving quickly with intention and you're moving with the fucking team, doing CQB by yourself is probably the most non-ideal thing you could fucking.
But that's what all the movies are about.
We'll see. There's a scene. I think it's in the second John Wick. That's my favorite scene. That if this was real life, it would play out completely fucking different. You remember, it's like a big old fucking white room, and he's going through, and there's nothing in that bitch, and he's fighting people that are coming up to him with guns and trying to shoot him up close in person, right? All it takes is one motherfucker at the very end
to shoot
with a rifle, just pop up on that rifle on the fucking door frame and just wait, and as soon as his head gets clear, boom, dead. That's all you gotta do. It would end instantly. Not these people running up to you with the gun. Nah, bitch, I'm sticking back here behind cover, and I'm gonna fucking shoot your ass behind a wall.
Yep.
That whole scene right there, that does not make any sense to me. Granted, it's cool. It looks badass.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck yeah, that
fucking gun
flip shit, dude. That's cool. That's just cool. It's badass. I love it. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, all it took was just one person just sitting back and just.
Yep.
Taking my time. Pop.
Which they would. They would all be back there, and if he was in that room, not a single one would run in. They would send their bullets in.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make for good movies.
Oh, no.
Well, it's Hollywood, right? They have to embellish quite a bit.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because we've been going for almost 2.5 hours. I got to cut out a little portion of this for another thing.
Yeah, a good bit of it has to be cut out, I'm sure.
Not a lot of it.
No.
Just the first part about gaming and being
Fair
nerds.
enough.
It's not
Yeah,
the
the
first
nerd
part.
shit.
The nerd shit. That'll be its own little private episode. I'll put that as a separate thing. But thank you guys so much for watching. Are you streaming?
Actually, probably here this next month. Gonna be streaming that new game, Black Myth Wukong. So it's gonna be another. It's just
It almost sounded this not to sound racist, but it almost sounded like you said Black Man Wu Tang.
No, Black Myth Wukong.
Yeah.
It's
That's close.
So
It's really cool. That's why I heard. I was like, wait, what?
So Black Myth Wukong's another. It's a Souls-like. It's based off Journey to the West.
Okay.
So yeah, like the
like
Monkey
Cowboys in India.
King. No, Journey to the West is a Chinese story. It's about the Monkey King.
Oh, okay.
Goku,
Okay, now
about Goku.
Okay, now
Journey to the West essentially.
You said West, I thought about like fucking guns.
No. Journey to the West, fucking that old classic Chinese tale. So you're the Monkey King, and you know, you gotta fight all these crazy demons and shit like that. It looks fucking dope. I've been waiting for this game to come out for like the past 3 years. When it first popped up, dropped trailers over these past couple of years, but they're releasing in August, so
Nice.
that'll probably be the last game I buy for a while, because it's gonna be like a $60-$70 game. But of course, I have the wedding coming up, so.
Speaking of which, nobody knows Fu getting married.
Oh yeah. The wedding.
We haven't posted an episode in 9 months.
Yeah, so the wedding is wedding's gonna be happening in September. I proposed last September, but you know, life has happened since then.
It does tend to do that.
Yeah, a lot of things have happened since that time. My grandfather passed away in December, and just stuff like that. That's primarily, and then it started a new job, so I haven't had any time to stream. We haven't had any time to do podcasts. I moved and then moved again, and just it's been fucking crazy. This 9 months been fucking insane.
So, but yeah, now we're back. We're gonna start doing some episodes again more regularly. Hopefully, we'll see what happens. Thank you, Miles, for being our first guest.
Yes,
No
thank
problem,
you. Thank
no
you. Appreciate
problem.
you being here, man.
Anytime.
It was good hearing your input, on where you were versus where you are now, and
Yeah.
just kind of getting an
Yeah.
understanding.
We're happy to have you.
It's
into
well
the gun
worth your
community.
time and effort if you want to get into guns. It's well
And
worth
money.
it.
and
Yeah.
money.
No,
And money.
And
It is
money.
money.
So, if you ever want to go with somebody that has guns and you want to test out guns, all you gotta say is, "I will pitch in for ammo." And
Yep.
There you go.
They will more than
Boom.
likely be like, "Yes, let's go."
Gone. Let's
Absolutely.
do this.
But that's all you gotta tell me. Hey, I will pitch in for ammo. All right, bitch, let's go. Where do you want to go? Right now? Tomorrow?
Hell yeah.
When do you want to go? Let me know when it works best for you. And then if you need to buy ammo, we'll check out our buddy.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if you're in the local area around here.
And he has his online store.
Oh yeah. Jerry does actually do
All Guns Blazing.
All Guns Blazing.
So a link to his store will be in the description down below. And yeah, hopefully we'll have an episode with him soon.
Yeah. Hopefully. We'll see.
And then we need to get we'll start doing some more range videos. I gotta look into YouTube's guidelines because they put a bunch of new stuff out.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course. And then, but I think we're gonna probably start switching over more to Rumble for gun stuff.
Okay, that's fine.
Because Rumble kind of likes gun stuff.
Fucking, we'll get a partnership with Pepperbox.
I would not mind that one bit. I would not mind that one bit. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Miles, for coming. We really appreciate it.
Anytime.
We'll definitely get some ranged videos in with you soon.
Hell yeah.
Whenever we can find the time. And
Whenever you're ready, I'm down for the range any weekend.
I gotta rebuild ammo. Like you said, you went to the range for like a month straight. I went to the range for like a month straight. So.
Yeah, it really depletes how much was in the closet there.
Yep.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah, so, and again, guys, check out Fabian's Twitch channel. A link for his will be in the description down below. Other than that, wait for us to post up some new episodes.
Yep.
Hopefully soon. Alright. Do you remember your little exit thingy?
Make love loudly, make war.
You want to start that over? You want to start that over? You fucked up.
Yeah. Okay, so you want to make war silently, make love loudly.
There you go. Later, guys.